There we go. It's just a black screen for a second there. Hello, welcome to Clockwise Dungeons. We are, well, it's quite an emotional time for everyone here. After a month of game, a month in game and a year out of game, the Golden Rose Agency have managed to vanquish the Ustrina Macarbe, a festival of fire that was travelling down the coastal road of Castoke, threatening to harvest the souls of all those that would hear its ghastly music. So, after... well, let's get the map out here. After a long voyage from Walden's Crossing, northwards, getting distracted at the stave, back again, going up, chilling in Ilmark, to Folksweaven, over the mountains, into the Crystal Woods, and back again, and up.
I forgot that we didn't go to Folksweaven straight away, and that we actually went to the stave.
So it's been a hell of a journey.
Oh my god!
But the Golden Rose.
The long way around the Crystal Woods to get some.
Yeah, you went into the Crystal Woods, dealt with that, around.
My bad.
Back to Bridget, and then we got your boat, travelled down the coast.
Yeah.
And then got to Walden's Crossing just in time to stop it from being harvested by the Festival of Spirit Flame. Now,
and getting that.
You guys.
Sweet cash.
Oh yeah, hang on. I've lost you a little bit on the internet. Discord's been a bit wonky today, so. You'll have to keep up with that.
Discord.
So,
not today.
Not today. Don't do it. So, it's narration time. The moment the Twisted Ringmaster decided to march southward, he was doomed, putting into actions a series of events that ultimately meant his demise. Like all those bent on domination, he gave rise to those that would defy his will. Freeguard's blade finished him in the end, as it would many others, and now the spectral dictator had met his grisly end. The mist has begun to dwindle. The lights of the lives he had ruined returned to their rightful homes. With victory claimed and the Bone Druid's prophecy fulfilled, the heroes of the Golden Rose Agency find themselves guided only by their own decisions. So there, in the aftermath of the Ringmaster's ruin, they find themselves free of the Fate's guidance, and with destiny firmly back in their own hands. You guys stand in the ruins of the Ustrina Macarbe. Around you, the people of Walden's Crossing pick themselves up from their long slumber and limp back to town. It's still nighttime, it's still dark, there is a heavy cloud, and still there in the sky, Ash's message is beginning slowly to fade with the wind. What do you guys want to do?
Well, don't know about you, but I could do with some sleep after that month.
I think.
Hang on a minute, guys, and I'm going to run over to where Ustrina's construct exploded, and I'm going to try and dig around for some pieces of it. I want to look this thing up.
Yeah, the sphere that was gathering the souls, harvesting them, did dramatically explode. And there on the ground you do see shards of what seemed like a glass-like substance, but it's extremely cold to the touch. It glows with a faint pale light. You managed to gather some shards of it. There's quite a bit, but it's up to you how much you want to take. It was a sphere about like a meter in
I'll just find one
diameter, so.
maybe like palm-sized piece.
Yeah.
And just slip it into my bag.
For the museum, I like it.
No, I'm going to research what this is.
I'm gonna also pick up a piece that would look good.
So it picks up a commemorative piece of the construct.
Thank you.
Yeah. Careful not to cut yourselves. Yeah.
I look at Ash just disappointingly, like. You see it.
We find out what this thing does and why it does it, and maybe who made it.
Well, they definitely wanted it protected. Every time I hit it, they did not like that So I guess, you know.
I'd just like to
Be
find
worth
out
something.
who it was who made it and why they gave it to someone like Ustrina.
Or maybe Ustrina made it themselves.
Well, I hope I can find someone or something that'll tell me.
Pastawan could be someone we could go to.
Ash just kind of like makes a face like this.
Yeah. Hans and Ash just sort of knowingly looking at each other.
What?
Pastawan is not your biggest fan right now.
No.
Well, or any of us
No.
really, but yeah.
No. In fact, by association, we have been also outcast.
Yes.
Why? We haven't done anything.
Well, he wasn't happy about the whole void thing.
He knows about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and basically because we helped you by association, he is also through with us.
I guess he wouldn't take kindly to the tale then.
Probably
Well,
not, no.
probably not.
Yeah.
However,
I feel at this point both Ash and Hans know of the tale because that's been used several times. So
I
at some
saw the
point you
hand
stop being
wandering
subtle with it.
around.
Yeah, you
I
saw.
the hand wandering around.
Yeah, you saw the hand detach from his tail and crawl over and
just crawl over into
tickle
the
a fat
sand.
guy while he was being wrestled. Yeah,
but it helped. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah. You guys.
But if we are headed, I mean, I know Hans, you need to go back to Aura
I do.
quite hastily. So if we are headed back north towards Folksweaven and the way to Aura, then maybe I might be able to get in touch with Mahogany and have her pass the piece to Costawan. She might be able to speak to him for me.
It's been a few weeks now as well. We might be able to. He might have settled down, simmered down a little bit. We might be able to talk our way back into his good graces.
Yeah, he was the only artificer who was willing to help us at the time, or at least the only artificer we know. It'd be great to have him back on our side again.
Yes.
Can I make a history check, DM?
Go for it. What are you trying for?
Just to figure out if Artificer is anything that I've heard before,
Go for it. Yeah.
other than Costa One. No.
Nope. No, I mean,
Well, if
even
not-
even if it was a high roll, being quite secluded in the forest, that the art of artificery isn't something you're familiar with at all, really. In fact, you're still not really sure what it means.
I
Don't know why that got me.
Well, I suggest we head back to Wilden's Crossing, spend the night there, and then maybe we, tootle around in the morning. have some
Definitely need
breakfast.
some rest. Ash is still kind of just limping a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
not
don't think
quite.
I'm looking good either.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might want to get out of Wilden's Crossing before all of its inhabitants from Casto, the entertainers, all return and
Oh yeah.
start
Can,
trying to do street
think-
performances near me.
Do you think it might be beneficial for us to visit the Bone Druids?
Yeah.
I mean, they did give us the prophecy. It'd probably be
And-
wise to go back and say we fulfilled it at least.
Yeah, perhaps at least let them know that, the chapter is closed.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
And we might also get a little bit of information on Zeit's weird magic. Who knows? They know a lot. They have connections to the Shadowfell. Who knows what else they have connections to?
Did you just call me weird, Ash? After everything we've been through.
Well, you are a little.
Zite, you have a tail with a hand at the end of it.
It's cool, right? I
Yeah, but-
just start kind of moving it around like it's a hand, just waving at you all. It's like,
Cool, cool
makes
and
me feel-
weird. Cool
As he
and
does
weird,
that,
are
a
not-
thick, clear substance just
yeah,
drips
it
down it.
flicks off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Zite, cool and weird aren't mutually exclusive. It's
That's
cool
what you
and
think.
weird
That's
at the
what
same
you
time.
think.
Okay,
I
so
love this stuff. This is great.
It's kind of weird. I mean, I'm not saying that it's
You
like...
turn into animals.
No, taken.
okay, so
yeah, but I'm not
the
human.
the town of Castoke, sorry, Walden's Crossing isn't far away. In fact, it's not even a 5-minute walk. Yeah. So heading back there, you can see lights being turned on. People still kind of wandering in the light mist of the night, but mostly, life is returning to the town.
How are the people? Are they like relieved and happy, or are they just exhausted and?
They seem
They're just
absolutely
tired.
yeah. They're very drained. They've basically spent the last few days wandering like sleeplessly. Their bodies have just barely been like wandering around. So you can see they're happy. They're glad it's over. Relief is probably the biggest emotion you can sense.
Can you, or can we tell from a glance that they knew what was going on but just couldn't control themselves?
You can't tell.
Because if you're saying they're relieved,
well, they know
okay,
something's over, but you'd have to ask someone.
Might
their
ask
experience.
Frederick and see.
Yeah. As,
obviously, we're gonna head to him at some point.
As you
so
guys
we'll ask him.
start off, Captain Rabbit, Tuba still strapped to his chest, comes towards you.
You can just hear like me and Zyke still arguing over the word weird.
Honestly, just see how cool this is. Like I could attach it and it like crawls along my shoulder, crawls back.
How are you, Captain?
We fared well. We'll be heading back to the barricade for the night, and then back to Castoke in the morning. I have some words about the orders I was given last night. I'm worried about the mental state of our Lord giving an order like that to wipe out an entire town to save themselves. Doesn't seem very lordly to me, so I shall be publicly opposing them.
Well, people in that kind of position have difficult decisions to make sometimes, and well, I'm not saying I necessarily advocate for what he was suggesting, but there was a threat of very large magnitude, and that may have been the only way to have quelled it, for all he knew. He didn't know that he had heroes of the realm in operation at the time, but yet here we are. I trust will be in the report.
Of course.
Just like slap hands on the shoulder.
As you guys are having a
Just shake my
conversation, they're walking through the mist. You see a glowing light held by a man. He gets closer. His silhouette gives way to a gleaming silver armor. Heavy plate. Absolutely covered in it, with a big green plume off the top. And in his hand, a glowing, vibrant green sword.
I'm definitely like making sure that my tail is hidden, just because I feel like this is ridiculous.
I'm gonna draw my sword as well.
He steps forth and says, "It is I. I come with the Soul Render to solve the situation here you have with the ghosts.
Wait, hold on there.
I have
Who are
been
you?
sent by Lord Castoke himself with a blade forged of magic that can slice the soul of a human in two."
Ooh, you are late. You are
You
late.
are incredibly late, sir.
You
I
are so
hate
late.
to break it to you, buddy, but it's already dealt with.
That would have been
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah,
Like-
about 5 minutes ago,
Yeah.
What?
definitely. Yeah.
Minutes ago, that would have been very useful.
What?
But
Yeah,
very
definitely. I
late.
mean, like, honestly, like, 10 minutes ago, you would have saved everyone's lives.
Like
but-
what?
Mhm.
Grateful to see you. As it turns now, this is just awkward.
Yeah, this is very sad for you. I do apologize.
Hmm. Oh, that would have been great for you. Your
Yeah.
career.
That would have
It is
been
my
fine.
sacred duty to save the land from the
Oh,
Well,
Ustrina
we've
Macarbe.
That's already taken care of, mate. Sorry.
We did that.
Yeah.
Well, that's just not fair.
Well, yeah. That would have been a game changer for your career.
Casey whispers to the sword and it goes...
sorry.
But thank you.
My father will hear of this.
Okay.
You pay.
Hi. Tell him we said hi.
You'll all pay.
Yes. Oh, can I have your helmet, or is that rude?
Silence, knave.
Hans, don't. He's already having a bad day.
Wait. Sorry. What's your name?
Sir Knight.
Sir Knight?
Sir Knight, as in, like, the knight? Or
Sir Knight.
Yeah.
Sir Knight.
Knight is your surname.
As in the time
Patrick
of day,
Knight.
or as in...
Patrick Knight.
As in the
Sir
time
Knight.
of day, or as in, like, the stature?
As in the time of day.
Oh, okay.
By
I
what
failed-
authority are you knighted?
What?
You're a sir, so I'm assuming that you've been knighted.
I have.
By whom?
By the Lord Castoke himself.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Wait. So you're saying
Oh, that doesn't count.
Why?
So you're... Wait. So you're
Be the
Night Knight.
king. Yeah, it must be the king.
No,
Night.
Hans,
I love it.
Hans, wait, no. Up here in the north, they have their own provinces. They can be knighted.
I have to
by
say, this
their
is
lord.
very unusual quest.
Doesn't really count.
I mean, your whole timing is very unusual. I mean... Well,
Stick me in the direction of Ustrina Macarbe and I shall be on my way.
Well,
They're gone already.
gone,
We've
all
taken
dead.
care of them.
All of them?
dragged
all of
into the
them.
depths of hell. Yeah. Oh my, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. In fact,
Yeah,
he was
like-
dragged directly
By the old
Hey,
cast.
you can go
Lord
home and have a
Castoke
holiday.
himself. Yeah.
Rather-
You have taken my honour, sir. And I shall take yours. Just you wait. What's your name?
Hans, don't give it to me.
Hans.
Damn it.
You think me a fool?
Okay,
Night,
Mr.
night.
Knight, you can be on your way.
Sir Knight.
Mr.
night.
Sir.
Mister.
Sir.
It's not, doesn't count. Doesn't count.
Sir Knight.
Doesn't count.
You guys suck. He turns around, big green cape behind him, and stomps off into the mist.
Night.
Well, that
I
was
do feel
grim.
Sorry
I like
for the poor man.
Did you know that guy?
No. Okay, well, we'll be at the barricade if you need us, and we'll be heading off at dawn.
Can you make
before
sure
you
that
go-
that guy doesn't take the credit for our hard work here? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'll have a full report ready for the Lord himself. In fact,
I
I'll
guess
make
I'll be,
mention of his tardiness.
He said his father was going to hear about all of this.
Oh, you know,
is
these-
he like one of the Lord's sons?
Yeah, any
or
famous
something?
knights that you know of? Knights?
Oh, like,
Probably
yeah,
some
one
rich
of- one of
lordling.
the-
I've never heard of him.
Can't be that good then.
They do. They pay for the armor. They pay for the sword. They pay for the title, and I don't think that's
And
it.
then they show up 10 minutes late.
Exactly. Well, good work today, all
Good
of you.
travels.
I guess
Rest
I'll
well.
buy your pint
Thank
in
you
Walden's
for your
Crossing
help,
tomorrow morning
Captain.
before you go.
I'll be there. Farewell.
Very well. Good night.
And
Thank you.
Slowly, the band congregate around him, including the guy with the.
Just give a round
Every
of
time he
applause
steps.
to the band because they're very
As
good. Well
as they walk, they start to like, and then do like a jolly, a jolly jig.
You hear
They play.
Ash shout, "Thank you," and start waving as they leave.
And off they go. The music getting quieter as they head into the night. Doesn't take long for them to get out of sight.
Well, should we head to the
March
town?
fast, considering that they are playing at the same time.
I think
You
we
guys,
should, leave this place.
Yeah, I'm covered in blood. I'm absolutely sore.
Yeah, you guys were set on fire real good there.
Yeah, Ash is still like patting down some like burns and
You
stuff.
smell smoky, both of you.
Thanks, Hans.
Smoked rabbit.
Thanks.
Just saying.
so heading back into the town doesn't take you long. Is there anywhere in particular you'd like to go? You have the Wily Druid Inn, which is that kind of theatre inn that you stayed at a long time ago. And and there's the town hall. There's the druid circle. You remember the town?
I guess the inn. The inn, I guess.
Yeah, I want to see if Fairfax is still alive.
It's nighttime, isn't it? It's night. So.
It is nighttime, yeah. There are lights on in the inn, and as you enter, you see actually a surprising amount of people have gathered for a pint.
Classic.
Nice.
That's typical.
That's
That's exactly what I
Performance
would
for
do.
you.
The business is kind of booming right now. You remember that this inn has to the right as you enter a stage and a good few seats in front of it, big velvet curtain there, and there is 2 other tiers with the VIP seats on the top there, reserved only for other performing artists.
Is where's her name's not down anywhere? The orc lady. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it.
I wonder if she's there.
Well, yeah, Deandra serves the VIPs.
Deandra.
So. Head into the bar, you see Oliver Fairfax, is that his name? What's my memory like?
Fairfax Boggart.
Fairfax. Yeah, Oliver Fairfax is a different character I made up. Yeah.
Oh.
You see Fairfax Bogart. He's tending to people. You're kind of waiting in queue for a little bit. It's a bit awkward. You put the arm in.
Well, I like
The
waving
arms to
a
shuffle.
golden coin. Like.
Oh, I just put my hand on Hans' hand and just like, don't need to do that. Don't.
That's how you do it.
No,
This is how you
no,
do it.
no.
Everyone knows this.
If you want spit in your beer, you do not want to do that.
What can I get you?
Oh,
Discord.
oh no!
God, no, please.
Are we back?
hold
Are we
on.
back? Are we good?
I think so. Yeah.
I need a technical difficulties button, like a scene for it. Okay.
You just need that old like color block screen that
Yeah,
appears.
What can I get you?
3 meads.
Meads. Sure.
And what are you guys having?
Damn, Hans. You thirsty?
Is it Pallid Dancer Pale Ale that they had?
Yeah, I've got some Pale Dancer.
I think we should see it off with at least that.
See the warm ale comes out. A picture of a beautiful ballerina on the, I don't know what they're called, the circular things on the front of beer pumps.
Label.
We'll go with label, but I think it should be called like a seal.
A seal.
On
A
the
seal's
seal,
The sigil of the beer.
a pint of Pale Dancer Pale Ale.
Thank you.
That's 5 silver for the lot.
Thanks, Hans.
Yeah,
You can see he's absolutely knackered, but he sees a business.
He's raking it
opportunity. Yeah. So
What is the label on the Pallid Dancer thing? Just say the Pallid Dancer.
it says Pallid Dancer Ale.
Oh.
It's the it's you guys. It's the brewery you guys went to. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't get that, I think. Excuse me, sir. Could I do you have these labels you get presumably with the deliveries? Do you have any spare ones for the Pallid Dancer Ale? I could.
you see, he points upwards, and the wood beam that kind of crosses the bar. You see they've kind of nailed all the different nails they've had over the years. Put them all up there. 10-2. Why?
Yeah, I want the Pallid Dancer one.
Yeah, I mean we get it in often enough. I should have them
Sweet.
somewhere. Hang on.
Thank you.
Kind of it's off. I see a lot of people kind of waiting
Museum.
grumpily. There's only the one guy on the bar tonight. He comes back. Here you go.
Thanks very much.
No worries.
Hit that in the old armour pocket.
Right, what do you want, sir? And he heads off to an angry-looking dwarf.
Of course.
We've kept him too long. I kind of like, sorry, down at the dwarf.
The dwarf looks up. He says, "You?
Look.
Where's
Hi.
my horse?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Where's my cart?"
Oh shit.
Well, we have some news that you are not going to join. But let me buy you a drink.
Okay, you can buy me a drink.
Okay. So we're good.
How much do you think a horse and cart costs?
Well, a
I
drink.
mean, I'd like to think it was your life. We did just
We
take
did
out the
save
Ustrina
your life.
Macarbe.
Very
Like,
soul.
So what happened?
One second.
was...
You guys did that?
yeah, that was our job. That's why we were here in Walden's Crossing
that
to
was the
begin
reason we asked in the first place.
And you contributed to that.
with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So thank you.
you're almost as much a hero as us. Like a B-class
Exactly.
hero, I'd say.
Yeah.
Hey, well done you. Have this drink.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you know what? Life saved and all. I'll let it go this time.
Thank you.
You better tell your friends what a hero you are.
Yes.
I already do. I mean, I have slayed 5 dragons.
Yeah.
I believe you.
I
Can I?
It just kind of
Can I?
gets the pint off the bar and...
Can I do an insight check on that 5 dragon kill?
Yeah, go for it.
yeah.
Yeah. It's typical,
23.
typical dwarven bullshit.
No, I mean, I didn't want it to be bullshit. I wanted to be like, yeah, he's telling the truth. I'd be like, oh.
Can you imagine? Yeah?
Ash is just
Yeah.
nodding like, yeah, I could see that.
And it's like, oh my god, 4 dragons?
I just turn to Zayt and I go, he slayed 5 dragons.
Yeah.
See,
That's hero.
Fairfax kind of
Like-
gets your attention, Hans.
Yes?
Look, I hate to request this, but obviously all of our bards have travelled to Casto, and you guys are the only performers we have left. So I'd be absolutely honoured if you guys would take the stage for everyone as a celebration for the night.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, of course. Do you have a flute or lute that I could...
Yeah, we've got it all backstage. So I mean, we've got a decent amount of backstage.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'd love to.
Brilliant. Thank you. What's the name again, just so I can tell people?
The band name? The Golden Dancers.
Wait, are we dancing?
Oh, someone's gonna have to.
The Golden
now.
Dancers. Brilliant. Where's
Yeah.
that little dwarf with
The
the
amazing
dancing feet?
jig.
The dancing feet. 'Cause he
Yeah.
did not make it.
No.
Didn't make it.
No,
It's a shame.
He,
Well, yeah.
he saw somebody give him the stank eye and ran off.
Yeah.
I'll announce you in 5. So.
Great.
Yeah. Cool. Right, that's
What? Wait, none of us know how to play music. Why did you agree to this?
I am proficient in the flute and lute.
When did you learn those two?
What? I've always known the lute and the flute I picked up yesterday. I mean, 10 minutes ago.
I mean, I'm not exactly an instrument player, but I'm decently acrobatic and I can change into animals. Maybe
I
that
played
would-
with
I
a recorder
will-
at the academy, and it can't be that different to a flute. And the lute, I've always dabbled in. You know, you just never give me one to play. But you guys can dance, right? because you're gonna have to dance now.
decently acrobatic, I guess. So maybe.
That's
give
gonna
it a
happen.
I mean,
If all else fails, I can like just turn into an animal or something, right? That's like awesome enough to look at. Cool.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to be a dancing animal, to be clear. We're
Dancing
not called
bear. I've
golden
got it.
shapeshifters, Ash.
Wait. Wait for it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and tune a lute, so I'll see you guys back there. Yeah.
Looking for the thing with the best
Okay. Yeah.
charisma.
All right, Hans heads off as you get. Oh
oh no.
no, Discord!
Oh, no,
Discord!
No.
Roll a survival check.
Okay, so Hans heads behind stage. There you can see you've been behind here during the first investigation when that guy got beheaded with a plate. If you remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you've been behind stage
no.
before.
That was a good day. Yeah.
Plenty of boxes of assorted clothes and instruments, and juggling balls and all the usual stuff. It smells a bit sweaty, but yeah, you've managed to find yourself a lute or flute.
Both.
Okay.
I'm gonna pocket the flute.
Okay.
And equipped the lute.
You equip the lute. Hans equips lute. What's Ash and Zeit doing at this point?
I am sitting in the audience, just watching.
Can I find some ballet shoes of Zeit's size?
You can roll an investigation.
Yeah.
Can I? Right, okay.
There must be
No.
some around here somewhere. God damn it.
You find some clown shoes and some
Okay.
very small ballet shoes.
I'm gonna use, right, if I'm gonna do this, I take this opportunity to use disguise self and change my face to Hans. So
Okay.
I look like Hans. So it looks like, yeah. So then
Nice.
if I embarrass myself, it'll be it.
Nobody knows which one was the shit one.
Exactly.
Genius maneuvers.
I
Ash,
know.
what you up to?
Oh man. Okay, so animals are very charismatic, so performance checks are going to be a problem.
I mean, I've got a +6. So.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could go off of acrobatics for me, and I could do some like somersaults as like a weasel or something.
Can I just pull Ash to one side? I'm like, Ash, you've got this. Okay, you can do it. I believe in you. Zeit believes in you. The people out there believe in you. And with those words, you gain a bardic inspiration die.
I fucking knew it. I bloody knew you took the
Nice.
bard. Fucking knew it.
As you guys
I
are
was
talking,
like, how does he know instruments already? What the hell?
Yeah.
I've always,
I don't-
The flute I picked up 10 minutes ago.
So with that, Ash goes, well, there is a dance that is really well known from my tribe. I've only ever performed it a couple of times. I
as
can
long,
give that
as
a
long as
try.
it goes with hard rock loot, then sure.
As you guys are talking, you see a small, pale, sweaty boy with his hand on a rope, just kind of.
Wait, where's Zeit? Are you with us?
I'm here, yeah. I've made my way, but I kind of look like you.
Why do you look so goddamn handsome?
Right?
Just do it, boy.
It's fine. We're good. Let's do it.
I was thinking we could do a spoken word thing and tell them the tale
Ladies
of
and
the
gentlemen,
Golden Agency.
It's my
Well,
pleasure
like-
to introduce to you, for the first time performing in the Wily Druid, the Golden Dancers. A round of applause, please.
That's a bad name.
yeah,
Okay,
thanks,
okay.
Hans.
And the curtains open up, and you see the three tiers, and the crowd. It's not packed, but you know it's pretty packed. And then just a spotlight just onto you three as you stand in the center. I'd like a description of what you're gonna do, and a performance roll, and how difficult it is depends on the description that you guys are giving me. So
I'm going to introduce us first.
yeah,
And I'm going to play a song that I'm going to make up on the fly
okay.
called We Saved Your Souls. Presumably backed up by the dancing talents of a weasel. Oh, you're not doing
I'm
that.
not performing.
Fuck it
Cool. And the clone.
The clone. And okay, so what's the clone doing?
The clone is gonna cast fly on himself, and I'm gonna.
Are they
float
both
around the
concentration
stage.
spells? Just saying.
Disguise self is just shape shifting.
Is it not a concentration?
Doesn't say concentration to me.
Alright.
It says duration an hour, but it's not concentrate.
Alright. Oh yeah, if it's not concentration, then
Yeah.
go for it.
So
Are
I'm
you
gonna
dance?
cast fly.
Are you gonna dance around the stage?
I'm gonna
flying?
dance. Yeah, I'm gonna do some like aerial like spins.
Peter Pan
like,
dance flying.
Of course, of course.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna
Okay.
like just go move to the motion of like this music that Hans is playing.
Okay, and Ash, you will
And
be
Ash
doing a dance.
is going to perform her tribe's dance.
Okay. performance checks all
For
around,
the
please.
music.
Okay. Performance +3. Come on. Oh Jesus.
Okay.
I am gonna. Right. I'm also gonna use Dark One's own luck to use another D10 on this roll.
I shall use my demonic pact to improve my dance.
So, how can I? Oh, there we go. I mean,
Nice.
That's not bad.
14.
Right.
14.
Okay. The crowd looks expectingly. Hans, will you be actually performing your...
Well, I
song?
will. It's mainly instrumental because
okay.
it tells a story through music, but every now and then I shout, "We save your souls."
Yeah.
So
Every time he says that, I'm gonna like fly around Ash, so it looks like a soul kind of.
hello, ladies and gentlemen. We have. I'd like to thank you for your time, mainly. We've got a very varied performance. I think you'll agree it's varied, and that's good because variety is nice. I'm going to cast the minor illusion cantrip to make a small golden rose appear in my hand and just throw it into the audience.
Yeah, it's just kind of you see a kid go up to grab it and it just kind of fizzles to nothing and just like a look of disappointment.
Yeah, that would have been a good catch, kid. Nice. And yeah, playing for you our song based on a true story called "We Saved Your Souls." True story because we did just
5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Yeah, just saved them.
Hans begins his folksy rock lute ballad with tempo.
Yes.
He begins stamping his foot onto the stage to create some kind of beat.
We saved your soul.
As Zeit begins to float above him, and then Ash does a very serious and beautiful druidic dance as she swirls around. You can almost feel the wind around her, kind of beautifully revolving, Pocahontas style, some dust off the floor.
Druid, could I use Druidcraft to make some just petals fall from...
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, there's the
sky?
petals begin to flow around her as she dances, and Zeit drifts over her while Hans pounds.
I'm reacting to Zeit as if it's much better than it is in order to maintain the illusion.
I'm friggin' flying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There is the main vibe you're getting from the audience is astonishment and confusion as the three completely separate
That's what we're
acts
going for.
mash together violently on stage for 3.5 minutes.
I'm spitting a leaf out my mouth like.
Yeah, with a flute drops out of Hans' pocket halfway through the thing begins to roll on the
He
floor.
did not do well.
And then,
One-handed flute toot I go for.
you guys get a half-assed applause. You choose to believe perhaps that it's because just people are really tired.
We'd like to thank you again for your time, and hopefully that conveyed to you, astonishment and confusion as per the message we were trying to convey there. Thank you.
You see a very energetic Fairfax behind the bar. Woo! Woo!
Yeah. He knows.
And then the kid's just kind of like.
That was the most awkward thing I think I've ever done.
Good job,
in my
guys.
life.
That was great.
Well done, guys.
Well done,
That was
guys.
beautiful.
That was great.
That's
I
like,
believe I wasted a spell
That
slot
was
on that.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
that is like.
I
the
can't believe you
first
had any
time
left.
ever I have done that then.
Oh, beautiful. So, after that, you guys come back out. You get some looks, and you hear one guy say, saved souls. Must be a cobbler. As you walk past. I don't get what did the flying mean?
As I walk past, I'm like, The flying must be indicative of the very souls that were saved. Wow, I was very in deep.
Thank you. I thought I brought something to the performance. I just really wanted to show the souls leaving and flying around as if we were trying to save them, and in the end they were.
As you get back towards the bar area, there is like a booth you guys could sit at with your drinks still there. There is 3 pints of mead, a pint of Pallid Dancer, and Fairfax brings over a pint for everyone to thank them for the thing, for the performance, and a small bag of 4 gold.
Oh, nice.
Hey, we earned some money.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
Just found our new adventure.
There you go.
No.
I'm signing autographs no one asked for.
In this tavern, you see a lot of the people that you've seen around Walden's Crossing. Obviously, all the bards and stuff you met. Those really cool, interesting characters that you met. They're not here. So, if anything, it's less colourful than it was the first
they all
time
left.
you showed up.
I mean, at least they all got to safety.
They all got to safety. Yeah.
We saved their
Very
souls.
true.
Some
We did save their souls.
Some might sing.
saved souls.
That famous group, the Golden Dancers perform everywhere.
Oh,
I just imagine like the heaviest grunge on loot.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for.
I had a Month and Sons vibe to it. That's what I'm kind of like.
Smashing
I
it.
thought it was gonna go for like.
That's why I had the flute. I had the flute.
So
smash it and then aggressively play over the smash.
yeah, just aggressive. Okay, so as the night begins to dwindle, it is very late and people are very tired / just come back from death. You guys are given free board for the night, and a free continental breakfast in the morning, according to Fairfax.
Oh, wow.
You're not Golden Rose agents.
Nah. Get me that bacon.
Nice.
So it's up to you guys if you want to do anything while you're here in the tavern, as people start to slowly leave and stumble back home, unsure of what happened tonight during the performance and during the big death performance that tried to harvest their souls. Some of them contemplating which one was worse.
At least we're leaving quite an impact either way.
I'm just like sat at the table, like with my head in my hand, like I should have done the bear. I should have done the bear.
So it's like you should have done the bear, Ash. Like, the weakest out of all of us.
To carry the group. So, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to sit and talk for a while, or do you want to head up to bed, or do you want to do something else? Go somewhere.
Can I just weave my fingers around and just check roughly what time it is?
You see a moon, a dark cloud, and you get the sense it's probably about 3 a.m.
Right.
That's too rich for my blood. I'm off to bed.
Late.
Pretty late.
Yeah.
I never play out this late normally.
Before we all go, I just wanted to say thank you. And I'm glad you're both still alive. I don't know what I'd do if something happened to either of you. So.
Aww, great. And I just kind of like nudge him on the shoulder.
I still haven't forgotten our chat that we need to have as well, Ash. I'm not gonna hide from that.
I've not forgotten, but I'm a little less angry about it than I was. I don't know. We'll see how things go from here. Hey,
Fair enough.
and don't go dying on me like you almost did tonight, okay?
That goes for both of you.
Oh shit, yeah.
In all fairness, Hans, I thought you were running away. It was a good idea to go up there.
Well, I am one of this generation's finest strategic minds.
I wouldn't go that far, but it was.
I've got to say, I had an inkling he had a plan. Like, It didn't strike
Sure.
me.
Yeah, plan.
It didn't strike me as something he would do, just run away and leave us to like burn. So
True.
Never. You have my swords. And floating shield when it returns to me.
oh yes, we should probably sort that out. I mean, while we're still
Definitely.
here, obviously we need to speak to Frederick in the morning.
Mhm.
I'd like to pop into the druids and just let them know that their prophecy has been fulfilled.
I mean, the contract's, finished. We pretty much have as much time as we need until we get another contract, so we can do whatever you both need to do. And we have the finances now, really. So if you need assistance, you both are part of this agency. I'll help any way I can.
Well, I say...
I am in need of.
we see the druids. Makes sense
I am
to
in
me.
need of finding a decent blacksmith, one that deals with not so common materials.
Kostawan probably would be the best shout, honestly. He's not a blacksmith, but he does
Going
know
back
how to work.
this one, but-
Well,
You hate this.
in all fairness, Hans, he's the last person that, had any connection to my master that's still alive as far as I'm aware. I'd kind of like to keep him in my circle if I can.
Well, we'll try.
When we head up to Folksweaven,
he
we
was
will
not
pay
happy.
him a visit, but yeah, from
Sure,
what I
seeing us
remember-
alive and at least knowing that the Ustrina Macarbe's dealt with will still a little bit of comfort for him and hopefully
Perhaps.
put us in his good books again.
Maybe.
Perhaps he was rather thunderous when he discovered of your dabbling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys head up to bed.
Yeah.
And have a very nice long rest.
Oh, hell yeah!
I'm not gonna go to bed just yet.
Oh, okay.
I am gonna see if I can contact my patron. Just
Okay.
because I need to have a word with him. So.
Do you want to slip into the sneaky secret room?
I mean, yeah, can do.
Secret.
Yeah.
If you're doing something
Right,
on your own.
I'm gonna
Okay.
mute.
Yeah, I'll mute as well.
We can actually slip into the secret room now, so
Yeah.
Does it work?
guys, yeah.
We've fixed it before.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a second.
It looks a little bit weird on stream, but give us a second. It's gone black. Don't worry about it. This is all part of it.
I am alive. I've not been in the secret chat before.
Welcome
It's
to the
very
secret chat.
cool.
Oh, you've disappeared. Why have you disappeared? No!
I'm still here. I'm still here.
No! God.
Everyone.
Why have you gone? Well, it's just me talking to a black screen, apparently.
I mean, my eyes are closed, so we'll just.
You were there for a second. That's a piss take. Hang on.
Am I back?
You're not? No. Hang on.
It's alright, everyone. Give us a moment. Technical difficulties.
Technical
It's fine.
difficulties. You know how it be.
Difficulties.
You know how it be.
Oh, always be.
I wonder why it's doing that. I do this. Yeah, it's just like fucked off from all reality. Oh God!
I've gone.
You know what?
Oh.
Let's go back.
We will go back.
It's not working again. Right, back
Right.
to.
Elves and mute.
Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work. Nightmare.
Okay.
All right, we'll deafen.
Boom.
We'll deafen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
You get back to your hotel room, your tavern room. Get back to your Premier Inn.
Nice. This is
Yeah.
good.
It's nice. It's nice. It's quaint. It's quite cramped, but the bed looks nice and fluffed. You managed to light candle and yeah, how are you going to attempt to contact your patron?
I'm just gonna. I know. he comes around, or they come around randomly, so I know they can hear me and I know they can see what's going on, and I just kind of like I bring my my weapon out, summon it basically, and kind of just like throw it to the floor, and I know you're here and I know you can see this. I need to talk to you now, and if nothing happens, I'm just gonna sit on the bed and try to in a sense go into a trance kind of thing, just to get a semblance of communication with them.
The weapon drops to the ground, almost with a slight hissing sound, and you sit on the edge of your bed for a while. Eventually, I was giving up on the idea that anything is going to happen. But as your eyes begin to get heavier and sleep begins to take over, you sense a presence in the room. Like something you felt as a child. The feeling of something standing on the end of your bed. You try to move, but nothing seems to respond, but your eyes dart around. The shadows fill the room. And there, at the edge of your bed, you see a figure. Black. No light at all. You can just make out humanoid presence as it looms over you. Your jaw almost swings open, and you realize you can move your mouth.
Took you long enough. Look, I need to talk to you. This is the amount of times I ask for your help. Just to keep me alive a little bit longer. Just to at least do the things that you told me to do. And I get nothing. Like, I know I'm in your debt. I understand that. But I know you need me to do the things I'm doing in order to further your goal. And I get nothing off you. Why?
You're alive, aren't you, Zeit?
Yes, I am alive,
You can
but
do
no thanks to you.
incredible things. You think for a second you would be alive without the power I have granted you.
I
And
didn't
say
see
this
you
is
swing
nothing.
the sword that... Yeah.
What you choose to do with the power I give you is your choice. The mistakes you make in combat are not on me, and it is not
I'm
my
not
job
talking...
to pull you out of every single scrap, when the only thing online here is that when you die, I get your soul. I personally have vowed not to kill you myself, and you're lucky I haven't. That is part of the deal. So what is it exactly you're looking for from me? A sense of direction? A helping hand?
Answers. Maybe a helping hand. Something. Clearly, I'm not as powerful as you claim that I am. I'm trying to do these things and trying to live long enough to avenge someone that, you were a part of, and I know you were. All I'm asking is a little bit more. I almost lost people today. I almost lost my life. Almost lost myself to the void. I asked for your help then. I didn't see any of you. Nothing, not even a word. Ashen Hands helped me, not you. Look, I know you need me alive. I know I'm useful to you because I do the things you ask me to with no question. All I'm asking is a little bit more of assistance, at least.
What is it specifically you're asking?
Power. I'm still too weak to help anyone. I feel like it's not enough. What you're giving me is not enough.
Your lust for power is something I admire, Zeit. It's a trait that I personally adore in humans. But I want you to imagine the sniveling street rat you were. Clobbering around in the muck and the misery for a scrap of food. What is your power now compared to him? In such a small amount of time, you think power is not earned. It can be simply handed to you. No. I give you the tools you need to gain more power. If you're being ungrateful about that, then that is on you. The power you have obtained through me, some people could only dream of. Your lust for power is dangerous, and I'm not telling you to steer away from it. I like to see where it goes. It interests me to see what you'll do. But you must not come sniveling to me, asking for more. Ungrateful scum. You are only here because of me. You only exist because of me. The things you do are because of me. Every breath you take right now is because of me. And you ask for more. This is ridiculous. You carve your own way.
It wasn't you who picked me out of the streets. It wasn't you.
I picked you out of the fire.
I think you placed me there.
Then you simply do not understand the game you're a part of.
Well, if you explain the game, then maybe I can be a little less asking.
The pawn does not concern himself with the mind of the player. You're small.
Or maybe I'm sick of being a pawn. You need me, and I know you do. You wouldn't have picked me out of the fire if you didn't think I was useful.
If you think I'm not helping you, perhaps I should withdraw my guidance, and we'll see how long you last. He disappears.
Fine. Am I still locked on the bed? Am I still like...
It's actually quite bright in the room now as soon as his presence disappears.
like stand up and I'll just fucking kick the bed. I'm just like, it's fucking angry. Like, oh, just...
Yeah. Okay. If you're happy, we'll allow the others to listen in, or is there anything else you want to cover?
As I guess I flick my tail out and I just kind of stare at it, and I like just like move it around and I just kind of like fixate on it a little bit, and just kind of like pull myself in my mind like back to the time I was in the void, and just thinking how like
the sheer memory of it, your head begins to throb. But yeah, okay, cool.
But yeah, I think Zeit's thinking something. I don't know. I think I think he's just a bit like there's loads of things going through his mind, I think, currently, and I think the one thing that he's kind of fixating on is that.
Okay. Well, keep an eye on it, and we'll allow the others back in. There you go. We got a wave to him.
Sorry, I just kind of like glaze over and like zone out for a while.
All right.
Night takes you all, and so does sleep. As you guys have a long rest,
Hell yeah.
you wake up in the morning to the smell of bacon and sausages coming up the stairs from the tavern.
Get that long rest on.
The tavern rooms themselves are kind of adjacent to each tier, so you could walk out and into the balcony essentially. So you smell and hear the sounds of breakfast. There are people here. There's a lot more chatter than there was in the night, as people have obviously feeling a bit better having had a rest. So what do you want to do?
Breakfast, isn't it?
Yeah, I like open my door and I'm like, food.
You guys were placed on the VIP balcony for your sleep, and coming out onto that balcony you're greeted by a familiar face.
I don't come out of my room just yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna chill for a little bit.
Ants!
Morning.
Hi, love. What can I get you? What can I get you?
Let's have a bit of everything, please.
Everything. I'm sure you can handle everything.
Oh, you better believe it.
Right. Oh, and you, what do you want?
Fill my plate with everything you've got, please.
Okay. And she heads off. As Deandra heads off, stomping down the stairs to the kitchen.
Oh man, she is sweet on you, Hans.
Well, who isn't? You know.
Oh, did you?
He is, yeah.
Have you been
Well,
back this morning?
I don't think he's come out of his room yet. I kind of
Quite.
look back over towards the rooms, and his door's still closed.
I'm just
I'll
sitting
go-
on the
I'll
bed
go
a
get
little
him.
bit.
I'm gonna go to Zeit's room and bang on the door. Zeit! Zeit? You in there?
Yeah?
Oh, we're getting breakfast.
Yeah, I'll be out in a minute.
Okay. Alright, see you in a minute. I'll head back to Ash and
Is he okay?
take a seat. Yeah, he's, guess, doing, something unimaginable, or maybe he's just sleeping in, I'm not sure. Got that new hand after all, I don't know. Anyway.
Maybe he had some stuff to figure out last night. Who knows? He seemed to look like he had a lot on his mind when we were headed up the stairs.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I open the door.
A fresh-faced Sight appears.
Fresh face.
Morning,
Well,
Zeit.
you look well rested.
I think I needed the sleep, definitely. I was a little bit bruised from that fight, but I think we'll be okay. How are you two? Did you sleep well?
Oh, very well. Those duck feather pillows. Mwah. Sublime, yes.
And you, Ash? Sleep well?
Yeah, I have a bit of backache, but I think that's just from the fight.
Hopefully we
I
won't
should
see
be-
anything
It
for
should
a
be
while.
fine. I should be fine in a few hours. This just
You should speak to Deandra about that. She gives great back rubs.
how would
Oh.
you know?
I just turn to Hans. I'm like, Deandra?
Yeah?
What's she about?
She just appears behind you with 2 plates.
There she is.
Hey, Carlos. She gives a nice big lean over to you, Hans, putting your plate on the table.
Oh. And
To the point that she almost dips herself in your tomato sauce, Ash.
I've kind of got my hand over my eyes. It's like I can basically see down her top.
She puts
I just
a hand on your backside. What can I get you, love?
a coffee, please.
Coffee? Just coffee? Just coffee?
There's some toast.
Toast? Do you want beans on toast or just toast?
Bacon?
Bacon.
would be lovely
Okay.
if you have that.
Keep adding. You want more? Anything else?
That's fine by
That's
me.
it. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
I know Hans
Eggs.
wants to.
You want some eggs as well?
Some eggs.
I think Hans wants a little bit extra as well, don't you, Hans?
Oh shit! He always wants
Oh,
some
there's
more.
plenty there, thank you.
She walks off.
I give Hans a little kind of elbow to his elbow and be like,
Not really, no, but you've got to keep them sweet.
go with the old flute.
I just make gagging sounds into my scrambled eggs.
I'm like,
Something wrong with the egg there?
is it not tasty?
No, it's fine. I think I saw more of that woman than I ever wanted to see in my life.
So what? What did you?
She
What did I miss?
she leaned over Hans, and I just she's spilling out of her top, and I saw a lot of breast.
So you saw a lot of breasts, a lot of freckles, and a lot of spots.
Nice.
Eventually,
Yeah,
your toast is brought up. She goes, takes a place behind a VIP bar.
Thank you.
So we're going to head to the Bone Druids this morning.
I'd like to visit Frederick first and finish the contract, and then at least we're free to do whatever we need to.
Good point.
He did say come by in the morning, didn't he?
I do want to ask him a few questions as well. Something plagues my mind a little bit. Thought I could ask him, seeing as he was in this mess as well.
And what is it?
Just want to know if they knew what was going on. Like, it's a power that I've never seen before, and if something like that we encounter again, at least we know what to expect.
God's willing, it's a power you won't see again.
I hope so.
I mean, considering that we've now experienced spirits and spirit anchors, we'll probably know how to deal with them in the future now.
Yeah.
I am still very intrigued to find out how Ustrina got his soul-stealing weapon. That is a conundrum I'd like to solve.
Maybe it's from his VIPs. We did know that, the people watching were fairly powerful indeed and were watching the show.
Some of them
maybe
are very old.
Like the bird, was it? The person you were talking to for a little bit, or at least ventured over. Was it bird?
I've stopped talking and I'm like absent-mindedly like stroking the raven feather that's in my pocket.
Oh. Which we do not know about.
Nope.
Nope.
No, you know.
Our character, I know. But it's something like that. I kind of, I guess, notice that you're not speaking. I don't pry. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, he was funny looking.
Yeah, I mean, we were too busy trying to eat that chicken, but
Yeah, that didn't go well either.
Hopefully we won't see that.
It was a bad night all round, wasn't it?
I mean, at least we're alive. That's
Up until the winning. But...
Oh,
yeah,
like the best part.
I perk up. I'm like, not everyone there had ill intentions.
Well,
I mean, the one person we interacted with did, so I guess we got the worst one.
They
out
weren't
of the
very
bunch.
good at sharing, that's for sure.
I mean, you were trying to eat his chicken, from what I gather.
It looked quite good. Even I was tempted.
There was lots of it, Ash.
It was a whole fuck-off chicken.
Yeah, but he was like a big, strong orc boy. Like, he needs all the protein he can get.
I mean, so does Hans. He's still growing, right?
I'm not interested in the orc's gains. I just wanted to...
What's your lift, bro? What's your PB?
5 humans at once.
6 and a dwarf.
Holy shit.
Dwarfs don't count. Come on.
They're holding a pint.
Should we head to Frederick Walden?
Yeah. Has everyone finished their breakfast?
Yeah.
I'll get a sausage.
Are you...
like eating it on the way.
Yeah.
I like just grab one of the pieces of toast left on the table and I just pop it in my mouth as we walk.
We're late for the bus. We start running.
Yeah. I'm gonna be late.
Yeah. Okay.
guess,
So
yeah.
you guys chow down and head on down to. As you pass, you see. You see. What? Disco. No,
Disco. No,
okay.
please.
Let's wait for it.
It wasn't that long. It wasn't
No,
that
we
long,
go.
so it's fine.
Yeah, it's a quick one. As you head down, you see.
All right.
He's blinded as that.
I'll wind you up. Okay. So as you head back down to the bottom floor, you see there at the bar Lily, the waitress slash amateur painter that you once helped out. And she gives you a nod as you head out. As you open the door, you're actually surprised to see a layer of snow on the town.
What?
The cold snow is beginning to drift from the sky as Pendlescape enters winter.
Weather change.
Weather change.
Yeah, I kind of
real
look at
dynamic
it.
environments.
Yeah. kind of like look up at the sky and go, I didn't realize the season had come so soon.
Ugh,
I guess it has been a while.
Well,
Just put my cloak, put the hood over.
You guys are just slipping into December now, which is quite funny because we are.
we are about to slip into December.
So the month of November was the last year of real life.
Wow.
As you step out, there's tracks in the snow where people obviously have been going to and from the inn. Although there is the odd green patch that has been untouched by footprints. It's probably a couple inches high, and still it drifts slowly from the sky. Light snow. Walden's Crossing being on the coast, you can see and hear the waves crashing against the. Have I lost you again?
No.
I've lost you again.
on.
Come on, I'm describing her.
Come on.
As the waves crash against the cliff faces. Not but next door, the town hall resides across the. I don't have the map for Walden's Crossing. I used to have it, but it's saved somewhere.
It's alright.
Across
We
the,
remember.
across the square, you see the town hall there. People coming in and out of it, looking quite busy as they're probably sorting out stuff after the past few days. A lot hasn't been done, and a lot needs to be done. Yeah, it's a lot of paperwork. So entering there, you see there at his desk, Stuart, just kind of doodling.
Good morning.
Oh, hello. Hi. Welcome back, and thank you, by the way, for the the stuff.
Heroic soul saving. Yes, you're very welcome.
Yeah.
We'll see the big man himself if that's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. I'll go. That's it.
You could be more nice to him, Hans.
No, right? Look at him. He's adorable.
Yeah, he's, peasant class.
That's just rude. I come from
I
a small tribal village in the south. Do you really think I'm a peasant too?
Well, no, you can't be a peasant if you're from a tribe. You're a tribes person.
I was brought up a peasant.
What's that? Sorry?
I was brought up a peasant.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Yeah. He's ready for you. When you.
Thank you very much, Stuart.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Splendid.
Bye.
The door won't open itself.
Oh,
Stuart.
yeah. And he gets
Oh
something.
my God.
That's over. Opens
No,
the thick,
Stuart,
dark wood
Stuart,
door.
No, Stuart. No, close it.
I
Sit
just
back
walk
down.
in. I'm walking.
Hans walks in, he just closes the door behind him.
Now go sit back down. We can open the door ourselves.
Okay. And he heads.
I open it and let Ash go in first.
Aw,
Sorry,
thank
they,
you, guys. That was very nice.
They were here. But I don't know where they've gone.
Hans, you are
Oh.
so rude.
Close the door.
What's going on here? Why is it Attack Hands Day? Yeah, just because we killed the fiery ghost demon doesn't mean that we can all start jumping on my morals.
You guys enter the long office of Frederick Woolward, Reeve of Walden's Crossing. There is the tick-tocking of the grandfather clock in the corner of the room, and he sits there on his rather imposing willow desk. He's doing his usual. That Hans, you've recognised as kind of a stately power play that people of stature use, where they just write down stuff when people enter the room without looking up.
Yeah.
You know the one.
Use that old chestnut.
You've done it many times where it's just been scribbles.
Yeah.
I can believe that.
I'm tempted to pull out a quill and parchment right now.
He looks up. There you are. I wonder when you
hello.
show up.
Yes.
Please.
We'll sort that out tomorrow's night, thanks. Sorry, yeah, carry on.
1 second. Stamps an envelope.
Yes,
Thanks.
Ash, yeah, I agree, yeah, we should.
Stuart, would you just send this? Please, take a seat.
Thank you.
As you guys sit down, he stands up and stands behind his chair. Well, a marvelous job. The contract I have. Goes through his drawers. Signed.
Thank you.
And, as promised, your reward. And he brings out a box. Quite a nice box. It's 2,500 gold in non-negotiable Veribonds.
Oh, my favourite kind of very bond.
Veribonds.
Bonds.
You can have this
Negotiable
cashed in
Veribond.
at any large bank.
Thank you.
I believe Varathea has a bank, right?
Yeah.
One would like to think.
Several.
It
would-
definitely does.
You would
yeah.
think so, maybe in the merchant sector.
I mean, I'd like to think I know. So.
Yeah, there's a good few.
Yeah.
There's a good few. There's branches. It's a city, you know.
Yeah,
it's-
there's one in each district. It's fine. Apart from the rat district, it's probably not wise to be there.
It's just a
Where-
broken ATM.
Yeah.
Okay.
People are. It's someone actually operating it inside. There's like a
It's
gnome.
not-
Like his
it's-
hand does everything. Yeah.
It's not broken. It just steals your money.
Yeah. That's the
Okay.
gnome. That's what it does. Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, contract complete. I owe you, I owe you 2,500 gold, which I've paid.
Thank you.
And thank you, personal thanks.
Sorry we couldn't get it quicker. I feel like we left it to the wire, but at least a lot of you were safe.
You got it done in time. I've sent messengers up to Folksweaven to re-establish communications. And I've sent people to Castok to let them know that I solved the problem by hiring people.
You might consider this, my lord.
I'm not
That's
a
new.
lord. I'm a reeve.
Oh, my, whatever. You might consider this, Reeve. We are considering growing the agency, and if you've got any vacant properties that you might want to submit to the cause, we could potentially establish a branch here in the future. Just one to think about.
Oh, well, I don't own the properties of the town itself. You'd have to go through a real estate agent
Well, I'll allow you to do that.
on that one. You know, because obviously you've been paid the amount due.
Have your clerical staff deal with that.
Fairly
It's just
been
thinking if you
given
wanted
the amount and no more. So,
We will go through the
contract
correct
signed and
channels.
on-tap heroes.
We will-
good. That's sorted then.
We will go through the correct channels and sort that out.
The people at Folksweaven were much nicer than you.
Hands. Oh,
What
no.
we-
Come on, Discord, sort your shit out. Okay. Very well.
Before we go,
Yes.
I do want to ask you one thing. We tried to contact you the night before we took out the Ustrina. Do you remember that at all?
I'm afraid I don't remember anything.
When we came here, we heard someone telling us to get out, I believe. We thought that could have been you. at least
Perhaps
trying
it
to
was,
protect
but
yourself.
I don't remember much the past few days or anything at all, really.
So it's all a blur then. What's the last thing you remember, if you don't mind me asking?
Everyone got a bit ratty because of the lack of bards. There was a lot of fighting in the street. We had to close the pub because of the brawls. And one night just went blank, and I was waking up in the arena with you people.
Thank you.
No
I
problem.
guess. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I guess we'll be leaving. If you need any more assistance, obviously you know who to call and contact.
I do.
Obviously, hopefully, we'll be your first choice.
I'll make sure you have a 5-star rating. Well, 4.5.
Thank you. Thank you.
Farewell.
As I leave, I'm just like, fuck's sake.
Like whisper over to Zach. I mean, well, two towns did get destroyed on the way.
I'm like
Please
running
don't.
my finger over the table.
And
to
there's
look at
also,
the-
there's also like no wood left.
At least there's people alive, Ash. We did something.
I know, I'm just saying that half a star. I understand it.
Our pay increases the higher rate, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Well, now we have a rating of 4.5 out of 5 stars. We didn't have a rating before.
But it doesn't matter what rating.
I did work before you two, okay? There was a rating.
Why are there ratings now?
Because it was brought up.
We just cared about saving souls.
I'm sorry, but you couldn't play an instrument 20 minutes ago, and that apparently is a thing. Why can't ratings be a thing 20 minutes?
Okay, so we're heading out of the office. You get a nod from Stuart, a nervous smile as you exit back into the town centre.
Goodbye, Stuart. It was nice knowing you.
And you.
Oh, I'm sure. My lord.
My lord, my lord.
Yeah, very good.
Hands.
I am, technically speaking.
I mean, technically, not really. Not anymore.
Well, technically, yes.
Yeah, well, there you go.
It was nice knowing you. It sounds like you were at his funeral, Hans.
He's not dead. We stopped that.
To us now, we'll never see him again.
You never know. We could get another job in Walden's Crossing.
Oh,
it's just about the people you know.
So cold.
What do you want to do?
Is there anywhere else in town you want to go to, or would you like to go straight to the druids?
Well, we have a lot of money now.
I mean, we still need to cash it in at the bank. It's not.
Yeah,
worth
it's
anything
currently paper right now, not gold.
I'm hoping you're okay with the split that we decided of 1,000 goes to the agency, which we all use, and then we all get 500 gold each as our own. We were talking about money. I didn't hear what they said.
All transactions are null and void. Technical issues. Go.
I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm sure in the coming weeks we'll discuss Christmas bonus, but yeah, other than that, yes, that's fine. Yes, the split was agreed, no problem.
Yeah, that's more than fine with me. Although, Zeit, I would like to discuss with you current quarters in Varathea and plans going forward.
Yeah, so once we head back to Varathea, I'm going to invest some of the money that we earned from this contract in hopefully slightly looking at restoring the current property we have, or looking for a better place.
King, they have like a merchant sector. Why don't we get a small property there and like establish ourselves as a business?
Yeah, something.
I mean, that would. Do you know how much stuff costs in that district? It's expensive.
Well, the merchant one. Why don't we take a look at the numbers when we get back to Varathea? Just look around. What do you think?
we'll go to an estate agent and see what they have.
Yeah, we'll just look. I mean, if anything, if we can't afford anything in the merchants district, we can always just move up from the rat to whatever's next.
As long as we establish that we're looking in the market, I'm hoping that they'll contact us. The more renowned we get, we might get some maybe famous discount because the Golden Rose Agency is in that
percentage
section.
off. Yeah.
So I'm saying. You gotta think about these things. Watch them
Alright.
always saying the name Golden Rose Agency. The more we get out there, we might get.
Oh yes, we should say that more, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
We should invest some of it in business cards.
As you guys
I
are
turn around
talking,
and show him my cloak that has the golden rose. I'm like, I'm trying.
as you guys are talking, quite a thin, pale, middle-aged man. He's got quite a receding hairline, a bit of a comb over going on, in kind of a tweedish jacket. Kind of comes up to you and says, "It says, the Rose people."
The rose.
Golden Rose Agency. Yes.
Okay. Well, I've been tasked to illustrate you.
I'm sorry.
I've been tasked to illustrate you for advertisement for an ale being
The
created
Golden
in
Rose
town.
Ale. Oh, yes. I know exactly what this is.
So if we
Yes,
could
it's
maybe
time.
head to the the park nearby, a decent setting. I know it's a bit cold. If you'd rather have go indoors, I understand, but I'll just make a quick sketch, and I'll be on my way.
Yes, I'm top on now.
It's entirely up to you.
Keep the top on the
I am but a lens for your artistic integrity.
Stay dressed,
God damn this fucking
You
disco.
know what?
I'm hearing no top, and I'm not hearing any.
Do you know what?
counteracting
Do you know what,
argument.
sir? We'll do it outside, and that way he
Yeah.
has to keep his top on because it's cold.
Very
I
well.
think you underestimate me.
Nipples
won't
out here.
stop me.
So, if you would like to strike a pose, somewhere. What poses are you guys going to choose?
I guess there's like a. Do we want to be like just standing? I guess.
Come now, hurry up.
Can you make my cape be in the wind?
Sure.
Excellent.
Okay, the large one just on the left here, so we can get that cape in. And shall we have the small one in the center, and the medium boy in on the right?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. And yeah, strike a pose. I want to see those poses, motherfuckers.
Okay, so I'm gonna be like,
Okay, fisticuffs. Okay.
Like-
nice. It's gonna look like like an advert for a sitcom. You understand that? Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Of course.
You see, it takes about 5 minutes to do a quick sketch. It gets quite uncomfortable with the sea air and the snow, and it quite red cheeked, and your hands begin to kind of lock up a little bit. But very well, thank you very much. I'll be on my way. Good day.
You.
Totally
And it-
forgot about the golden rose beer.
And
Love
he
it.
walks off. Yeah. Oh, there's no loose ends. There's no loose ends there.
Golden Rose Ale.
I
Okay.
genuinely forgot we were having an ale named after us.
Told
So
you, the more we speak, it's just gonna go far. It's alright.
So, you guys want to head towards the Whispering Woods, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Okay. It's about an hour walk,
Mhm.
southwards, not far from the town of Wilderness Crossing at all. Pretty uneventful walk. It's just a matter of wind blasting you from the side, from the sea. Snow kind of beginning to pick up a little bit. Eventually, ahead of you see the woods themselves, surrounded by that kind of thin river that you know to be enchanted as protection. And you come across the cobblestone bridge that arcs over it, and the single lamp there. And yeah, enter the woods. There you see, in a large room, many statues made of wood in different poses, and a large message. Knowing this, having been here before, and for the sake of brevity, you guys head to the left and over a small bridge where you see a river. At that river, though, unlike last time, there is a boat tied up, ready waiting. There's no trial for you guys
God.
to
Knew we were
undertake.
That was a trial. That was
Much
such a
more
good
convenient.
dungeon, though. That was so
Yeah.
good. Sorry.
So yeah, you guys have a shortcut to the end of the dungeon, Zelda style. You don't have to jump in a pot though, so bonus.
Nice.
Heading on to the boat, you get taken down the long, winding river. You hear the whispers of the woods, and every now and then, looking up, you see a figure peeking down through the treetops from their platforms, as the bone druids watch carefully. Under the small bridge, you see the field where you picked the golden rose in the first place. Now just a collection of flowers.
Oh god, yeah. That's what we came up with the net. Oh my god.
Yeah. And you head under the small cave, and when you come out, you see there before you the willow tree, the willow construct, Alderust Fair himself, the archdruid of the Circle of Bone. His form, as a reminder, a twisted shape, an amalgamation of flesh, tree, bone, and cloth, all stitched and wrapped together. You can see the cloth kind of undulating in some form of breath, and the boat comes to a supernatural stop in the water there in front of him. Let me change the music. This is a little bit lively.
I lean
Where
forward
that
to.
frog thing was, wasn't it? We had to fight that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna lean. I'm gonna just like lean hands in as well, but I'm gonna be like, Ash, I think as always you should take the lead with the druids on this. You know their ways more than we do. You could be less likely to anger them. And
Yes, I did say so.
What do you mean?
From the tree, a voice emits liplessly and hollow sounding. The golden rose agency it is then. I'm glad to see you alive and well. It's from 6 podiums. You see 6 robed figures looking down on you, or watching. What brings you to my domain?
The task is done. We just would like to inform you that we have succeeded and the world is safe once again.
I know. For I had already seen it. Well done. I believe gifts are in order. The boat begins to lurch forward and round, and it takes you through to the very room, the material plane version of the room that you fought the frog creature in, and there you see a line of bone druids. Some of them, they wear kind of a thick green robe, and you can sometimes see kind of antlers and like skulls of horses, deers. They dress with a myriad of small bones around it in necklaces and jewellery. As you come close to the bank, the boat stops and one of them beckons you close.
Go on, Zach.
I guess I go first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys.
Go on, you first.
As you
I walk up.
clamber off the boat, you have a bit of a moment. You think you're going to shit yourself because you're going to fall back, but you're fine.
I'm going to get my cloak wet. It's fine. It's all good.
A voice emits from the trees, those whispers, the small holes in the trees that were kind of breathing as you walked around the forest, now emit the voice of Alderist. I gift to you 3 items of prophecy. Using the magic of the bones, I believe that these items will become useful to you at some point in your journey. Zyto Baror. To you, I gift the Lantern of Revealing. And one of the druids comes out with an ornate kind of cast iron, kind of purplish hue to it, lantern.
That's my colour.
There is a blue flame lit in the center of it, and it gives off a small light, not a very bright light. And they hand it over to you. The light of this flame will reveal things to you that you might have missed with your naked eye before.
Thanks. I'm sure to use it.
It's not a pair of socks.
Cheers,
You know?
cheers, love.
Thanks.
To Ash
It's an
Cottontail.
avocado. Thanks.
To Ash Cottontail,
Kind of like
we gift
get
you
out of the boat.
this ring. And you see a small, it's kind of a band of green with silver on either side of it, and some kind of floral pattern around. This ring will allow you to communicate, barter with, and stead the anger of many beasts and animals. And you're given a ring of animal influence.
Thank you so much. And I bow deeply.
And to Hans Freeguard, One of them comes with a iron sphere, but it seems to be made of small iron bands all wrapped around each other in like a tangled mess. I give to you the iron bonds of binding.
Thank you.
This will allow you to capture those that might wish to escape you.
Shit, it's a Pokeball.
Close.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Your journey has only but begun, and for what I have seen in your futures, you have great deeds ahead of you. However,
We are great.
no more prophecies shall be given to you by the Bone Druids. Your fortune, your fate, shall be your own to carve from this point forth. And I wish you luck in the horrors
Thank you.
ahead.
I hope that if you ever need assistance, you can always contact us, since you helped us out so much and obviously giving us these great gifts that, if you ever do need the help, just ask.
Tell your friends as well.
You will always have friends here in the Whispering Woods.
Thank you.
You will have allies in the Circle of the Moon as well. If you have issues that can only be solved with druidic touch, the Moon Circle will help you.
Mending the relationship between our circles would be... well, I'd like to think it's all behind us now. In the future we shall have talks, I'm sure.
I will make sure of it.
Then be on your way, and don't look back.
Thank you.
And the druids kind of respectfully take a step back. Some of them holding kind of old wax candles that are dripping onto their hands. As you guys get back on the boat, and full circle.
Before we go anywhere else, does everyone want to talk about what they got?
Are you guys just Googling it while I'm talking?
I mean, I added it to my
I added
Yeah.
I have looked at my inventory.
You end up back at the beginning of the Whispering Woods and make your way out into the fields of, the Walden Fields.
Never get used to it.
Oh man, that's good, that item, isn't it? Shit.
Mine's really cool. I am very excited.
Damn.
Cool.
Very nice.
Not now.
A Discord recover.
now.
Shall we have a small rest? Get drinks, get food, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. So,
Sounds good.
Ciao for now.
Ciao, ciao.
Ow.
Oh,
Welcome
people are watching.
back.
Lovely.
Yes, they are. Welcome back. Our adventurers have just been to the Whispering Woods, talked to the Archdruid Alderhurst, and received some gifts. And now they're trying to decide what to do with their lives. There's a lot of loose ends. There's a lot of stuff that you guys can choose or not choose to do. After the last year of gameplay, and there's been many hooks thrown your way, so it's kind of it's up to you guys.
I do want to say, while I'm in Walden's Crossing, I am keeping an eye out for the ex-guard. I can't remember his name. I'm trying to find
Alistair.
Alistair.
Yeah.
I'm keeping an eye out for
Alistair.
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 Who cares? I got him fired.
Yeah,
but I'm keeping an eye out for that douche, just to see if because I don't know what he's gonna do. No, just want to see if he tries to stab me. I get the feeling that he doesn't really like us. So
Just
yeah, I mean, it made sense at the time. I mean,
yeah, he was a hindrance.
a little bit, yeah. There's a few people I guess we can talk to. I know our main venture is to go up north, slightly northwest to the forest for you to get your shield.
Yeah, Hans is very keen to travel.
Well, I mean, we could always make our way up there. Going up to Aura, the way to Aura, you have the ways we've been, which are the.
I mean, I'd rather not us go through the stave, so I would say that.
Yeah, there's the stave, which is probably dangerous territory for us, but there's also the gate up near Bridget, and I imagine going through there would be quite safe because they're very keen to return Hans to Aura anyway.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, that's the way. Well, that's sort of the way we came, isn't it?
It is, yes, technically. I mean, and then there's also climbing up the mountain, but that's being guarded by the Arakocra. And I can't imagine they'd be too happy with us in their territory.
Well, I intend to surrender myself, so...
It might be worth making our way up to Bridget and then through the gate.
I would
on
like
the way
to
we
check
could collect the bounty on the...
Yes, we could stop in Folksweaven as well, because I would like to make a stop there as well.
We should stop for... Do we have any business in Year's Tower that we need to worry about, or...?
I did...
I believe Year's Tower is past Folksweaven, isn't it?
Yeah, it's between...
I would like to go back to
Yeah.
Year's Tower. He helped me escape the void. I'd at least try and see if I can do the same for him.
Is there any reason that you can think of that we should visit Skellytown, or...? I'd be interested to see what happened there, because it was kicking off a little bit and we moved on pretty sharpish.
Well,
I believe
know...
the... Sorry, go on, Ash.
Well, based on what we've seen, I believe a lot of the spirits have now returned to their husks in Folksweaven, which means I imagine the Sisters of Kelinford will be returning to Varathea once they're finished at Ilmark.
They did have some drama.
They did, yeah. Apparently there was something going on in Ilmark and stuff.
Man, Discord, man. Being a little bit...
Sorry, my mind was distracted on something else, Ash. What did you say?
I believe the sisters had something going on in Ilmark. They mentioned something about a dark magic and dead. So.
Well, I would very much like to check in on the Sisters of Kelinford if we get the opportunity.
Very true. Just to say thanks.
Might be worth checking in with Mahogany and Costawan as well.
I guess before we go, does anyone else have any plans in Walden's Crossing while we're here?
Not me.
I'm trying to think.
Can't really think of anything, no.
I guess we can always head back if we need to. I mean, we're going to be passing through Walden's Crossing whenever we head back to Castoke, or head to Castoke, I should say. So.
I want to say,
I imagine we'll also have to pass through here, unless Unless we're given permission to take the high pass through Timberton down to Varathea, we might have to pass through here again on our way back to Varathea as well.
Yeah, I would like to go through Timberton. I have a friend there. I'd like to.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. She helped me out in a mission there, pretty much, and I haven't seen her since.
Oh,
It's only been a month, but it'd be nice to check in out.
Yeah, I guess if the elves let us go through the high pass, we could always take a shortcut through.
I'm not sure you should risk your lives for my benefit.
Well, you risked yours for ours.
Exactly, Hans. Like, you could have died fighting a stranger. You didn't.
We were all fighting a common enemy. This is my problem, my history. I wouldn't want you to be at risk because of something I did many, many years ago.
I'm sorry, but did you not join the Golden Rose Agency?
Hans, if you want to talk about fighting somebody else's personal problems, didn't you and Zeit take out Extrin for me?
Well, that's
while he was in the middle of a rage.
Did you fight that demon from the void with me?
Yeah, well, yes.
That was my task alone.
It's not different, Hans. It's not different. Come on. We've put our necks on the line for each other's personal problems enough already, haven't we?
Alright, well, I didn't want you to feel obliged.
Besides, I'm quite fond of your shield. It's quite useful, so be wise to get that back.
Now, Zeit. No need to hide behind practicality. Be sentimental now.
I know you love me, Zeit. It's fine.
Reluctantly, yes, but
it's a weird relationship.
Okay, you guys begin your walk.
We're heading north.
North through the Warden's Field.
Can we check on the gnomes?
Yeah, you're a little ways out.
As we go through,
So you come eventually back towards Warden's Crossing. This point of the day, it's getting to about 12. Still quite early doors. Is there anything you want to do in Warden's Crossing before you leave?
Do we want to procure horses?
Warden's Crossing have a bookshop?
It does, yeah. It's got a book of like maps and scroll, a shop of like maps, scrolls, and books and tomes. It's pretty small, pretty rinky-dink. Oh, hang on, I've lost you.
Oh. It's hard. I'm potentially looking for maybe like a beginner's guide to a language of some kind, maybe.
Okay, well you'd have to.
We were also gonna get you a poison making kit, if I believe correctly, right? I remember us having a discussion that we were gonna get you it because we were like poisons.
Ash picked up a book from the apothecary in Warden's Crossing.
I do have a book.
Poison crafting.
And I also have the book that I read in Year's Tower on potions and poisons. I do have an alchemy kit and I have a herbalism kit, but I do not have a poisoner's kit.
I think that's what we were going to get you as well. I remember us talking about it.
Let me have a look at my proficiencies. I do have a proficiency in poisoner's kit as well, so.
Sounds good to me. I think we'll definitely do that.
Cool.
Okay, so you want to go to the bookstore?
Yeah, I'd like to see. Okay. I'd like to see if I could find like a beginner's guide to some kind of language. Okay. I feel like I need to broaden my horizons a little bit.
Well, you've been to the kind of shopping area of Warden's Crossing before. There's a nice curved street which goes along the outside of it, where you can find many different small but stores, most of which seem to be like people's houses that they've converted the bottom floor into small stores, and you find a rinky-dink little bookstore, Hughes Tombs.
Hughes Tombs.
Nice.
Hughes Tombs. Sorry.
Hughes Tombs.
Hughes Tombs. opening a door, expecting a ding. There isn't one.
Oh, what?
It doesn't have a ding. Doesn't have a ding. And you enter the store. It's definitely not the Dewey Decimal System, but there are bookcases on both sides and a few kind of stands filled with papers and scrolls, and it looks a bit haphazard. There doesn't seem to be much in the way of organisation. And there at the end, on quite a high counter, you see an older man. It's kind of white hair that kind of shoots backwards, quite frizzy. He's kind of smoking a pipe with a small spectacles at the end of his nose. And he seems to be kind of reading. And
Hello there.
oh, customers. Great. So, what is it?
Do you have any books on guides to languages or anything like that? You know,
Guides
for learning.
to languages. Yes, we have some. Not many. Any particular language you're looking for?
What sort of languages do you have?
Well, let me have a look.
It's like a cafe.
He does
And
not
See the
like.
menu.
He
He does not like it.
slowly gets off the seat and kind of got a bit of an arch to his back as he shuffles along the floor. He kind of dips his hand into a box of books and scrolls and paper kind of flying everywhere. Orcish!
Do either of you know how to speak Orcish? Oh, okay. No.
Just Goblin for me. It was a thing I had to choose in school.
Gnomish!
I thought it was funny.
Gnomish? Either of you know how to speak Gnomish?
No.
I'll take Gnomish.
What is who in? Okay.
Two in.
He again turns around and slowly shuffles back. As he slams it down, there's a little bit of dust that comes from the tome. There we are. Come.
Oh, thank you.
Do you need a bag?
No, I'll be able to carry it.
Okay. Oh then.
Yeah.
Fizzlewood's Guides to Gnomish and Gnome Sayings.
That's perfect. Thank you.
It's 1 gold.
How much do I owe you? 1 gold.
That will come out of the agency fund there.
I can
Agency
pay.
fund?
It's
I
fine.
want
think-
some training budget.
I think learning another language would be very beneficial for the agency as a whole, so we're going to use that as an expense. Plus, it's only 1
Oh.
gold, so it
Thank
allows.
you.
It's
Okay.
good.
Right, writing off taxes.
You need a receipt then.
VAT.
Yes, I do. Please, if that's okay.
Oh yes.
I need a receipt.
He will need a receipt. Yeah.
The taxman in Barathea is very stingy. All right, it's just very.
He needs to be able to like
Thank
do
you.
his accounts and get his taxes in order.
Anything else?
Well, do either of you want anything?
I think I'm
Do
good.
you have any ancient texts?
Ancient texts. Like what?
Anything that's over, say, 1,000 years old.
Well, we got a book on myths.
Is it over 1,000 years old?
The myths are.
Is it a first-hand account written by maybe some kind of elven warrior, 1,000 years ago?
No, probably
You
not.
got anything that was classified as unreadable?
Unreadable.
Yeah, something that someone's not been able to.
You
read.
come to a bookstore for a book that can't be read? Do you think
Well,
I'd
that
get
would be-
very far in business if I supplied books that couldn't be read? Shall I give you a book
Alright.
with no pages next? Maybe one with no
Oh,
spine?
do you have that?
No!
I just thought if you had a book that was unreadable in a bookshop,
Oh,
it'd be
I
quite
would buy that.
fascinating for someone to try
Right.
and translate it for you. But
Okay.
clearly not.
Okay, right. You two outside. I'm so sorry. they've offended you.
Oh, it's been a long day.
Saved your soul.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the book, and I hope you have a lovely day.
You too. You watch out for those two. They're weird.
You're welcome.
Right, no, out, you two, and I like.
As I'm walking out, I just stare him down. Like...
You're just like being pushed out at this point. Like Ash is like her.
The door closes with the door closes dinglessly behind you.
Shout ding.
Okay, yeah, you've received a book on Gnomish. It seems quite basic, but there you go.
The basics is what I need to get started.
Remember, I can read anything.
No,
So-
I know, but I want to learn how to speak it and maybe write in it.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
it's called Fizzlewood's book on Gnomish and Gnomish sayings and such.
Okay.
Is that actually a book in the world, or did you make that up? Because
you know
that's
what?
really good.
I made it up.
It sounds very gnomish. The
But
title.
I also made up the world, so what do you expect?
True.
Oh,
True.
This will be good reading material on the journey.
Okay, yeah. So are you guys planning on procuring horses, or are you going to shoelace
I think a
express
carriage.
A carriage,
like
Yeah,
a horse and like
okay.
just so it's we can.
a horse and cart.
Yeah.
I'm going to. Well, I was going to summon a steed.
Oh, he can summon steed again. Well, if we get one horse and a cart, we can have two steeds pull the cart.
Yeah.
You can also turn into a horse, Ash. Just
I
make
could
it cheaper
also-
for us.
Pull the cart. Yeah, but I can only do that for a couple of hours.
Shouldn't take us more than a couple of hours.
It's gonna. Are
You
you
got a
kidding
couple
me?
of days, right?
We're
Well-
talking days. It's gonna be.
Yeah,
we'll get a horse. Yeah, we'll rent one. Yeah.
I'm going to cast Find Steed.
Fine Steed, is that Summon Steed? Yeah, the same one.
Yeah, it's the.
You cast
One
it
of
as
you-
a ritual, or no? You cast it. It takes a while.
No,
doesn't it?
it's just a.
Like 10 minutes or something.
10 minutes of
Yeah.
summon.
I can do it
my
for
knowledge
3
is
hours
about-
now, not
Spirit
2.
that assumes the form of an unusual.
Perfect, we'll do it.
Loyal steed. Loyal. It says in the.
Yeah. Yeah, but you have a curse that where all horses hate you, and that takes precedent.
Yeah.
All horses, it says.
I mean, it's loyal, but it doesn't have to like it, right?
Hans takes a moment, and you watch him. 10 minutes is a long time, so it's a bit cold, But eventually, you hear off in the distance what sounds like crystal wind chimes, as lights begin to gather and coalesce before you, shining bright like the light of the heavens themselves. The wind for a second around you and the snow begins to melt before it even touches it. The wind just stops and there's this moment of pure clarity and peace as before you a horse, majestic and prideful, appears. Hans, you hear, oh God.
Welcome back.
Didn't you know it's nice in heaven where I go,
Yeah.
and then you pull me from it,
Just like you pulled the leather.
just like you pulled the leather that killed me.
Yeah.
Get on,
Anyway, saddle up because we're going on a ride.
get on. Yeah, you get on Fortune, the spirit horse, and you two, you head to the stables to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Procure a horse. Or would you like one of your own, Ash? Would you like to share, or seeing as you want to read on the journey, I guess I don't mind.
I guess I'm. I mean, I guess I'll just back on with you if that's all right.
That's fine.
We can
that's
we
fine.
can take turns with the reins.
Sounds good to me.
And anyone's welcome to jump on this. Thing.
No, thank you.
Oh, okay.
So head into the stable as you see the stable master you've met before. All right. Two horses then, is it? Yeah.
Just the one horse.
Just one, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, times are hard, I guess.
For you, obviously.
Well, yes. Rental. Where are you going?
We're heading north. I think we're going to make our way to Bridget. Is
Okay.
our next destination. Our ultimate goal is Aura, but I don't think they'll allow.
Okay, I'll put you down as a 3-day journey.
He's on the look of, I don't need your life story.
I'll put you down as a 3-day journey, so that's 3 gold and 5 gold deposit, which you'll receive in Volkswagen or any other branded stable.
Is there?
I
Oh,
don't
there's not
think-
one in Bridget, is there? Okay.
No.
Oh, it was burned to a crisp. Yeah.
Burn to a quest. Right. Volkswagen, that's fine.
Yeah.
Take that
That's
out of
8 gold.
So 8 gold, that's fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
My horse is a ghost.
We all feel like that sometimes.
I'm very interested in my ghost horse.
My grandma's a ghost.
As he's doing this, I'm just gonna get on the horse and then just.
It almost feels like he's on a mission to weird him out. My horse is a ghost.
Golden Rose Agency, if you need us to deal with Grandma, let us know.
Well, at least now I know who to write down as cheapskates.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
He's not very nice, is he?
Not really.
He's
No.
just
No wonder
mad
no one,
that we
no one
didn't.
rents horses off you.
He's just mad we didn't get 2.
You guys exit the stable, equipped with 2 horses between the 3 of you, and begin northbound on a familiar journey along the coastal road. So,
I want to ask you a question.
what?
Do you feel the cold being a ghost and all?
I do. In fact, everything feels cold and husk-like when you're not in heaven anymore.
Oh. But like extra cold because of the snow and stuff?
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
And
I think
also
talking to the horse again.
extra heavy.
I'm
Yeah,
really, really
Just-
intrigued.
because of the heavy person that rides me.
That's me.
In heaven, no one rides me, and I'm free to gallop on the fields.
Hey, Fortune,
Celestia.
in heaven, do you ride humans?
You actually hear a chuckle. No. There must be a better heaven somewhere.
You should ask about that, whoever's in charge.
I will.
Ash, you remember when we were talking about weird things? And you said
Mhm.
I was weird.
Mhm.
Is that not weird?
Oh yeah, that's weird too. I never
Thank
said
you.
it wasn't.
Thank you. All I'm saying there's
That
a
is weird
difference.
That's weird. No, I mean it's all weird. You're all weird. But then again, so am I.
You
Tra-
do have rabbit ears. I just
I
want
am
to
not.
clarify this.
I am not human. That makes me
It's-
weird in itself.
Yeah.
So heading northwards, the flower fields that you once gone through, now
Oh, God,
burned and destroyed due to Ustrina's spirit flame. All living foliage, grass, plant life, trees in the area have now withered, like they've died from not being fed water or something.
What?
the life being sucked out of them, pretty much, I guess.
Yeah, like one time I had a cactus and it died, like that.
Know that feeling, yeah.
So heading up, you see eventually after a couple hours ride, a few hours ride. Oh, yeah, it's getting towards nighttime now. You see the kind of cliffs to your right side here, and up ahead you see with lights on a familiar cottage, a gnomish design, higgledy-piggledy rooms placed onto each other, windows in strange places. The whole thing seems to lean precariously to the side.
Can either of you guys remember the names?
Bubblewick, Huntley, and Sprigolia.
That's very different to what I was thinking. Good.
I definitely remembered Huntley and Bubblewick, but Sprigolia always.
Sprigolia.
Just all of that. Just.
I thought Nitpick, Bumblebee, and Wazzock, so glad one of you guys remembered.
Are you guys going to approach them this evening?
Well, we could stay there, hopefully. Maybe they'll have a night.
I might suggest not to. I think I initially just wanted to see if they were alive, and I think the light lets me know that they're okay.
But we could
it's up
stay
to
there
you two.
for the night, because it's nighttime now.
Just because you want more of their tea.
I like that tea.
I know
And
you
also,
do,
it's
Hans.
nighttime. Where are we going to sleep?
We've
have
slept outside
camp
before.
beds, we have a fire.
You know who else has a fire? Wazzock and Bumblebee and such.
I mean, do you really think you'd be welcome there? I mean, we weren't really. You weren't really welcome last time.
They loved us.
They didn't like you very much.
No. They gave me the tea and stuff.
Yeah, because you were drunk.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Forgot about that.
I think we should find a place near the withered woods or withered.
Yeah.
I can't even say the name.
Yes.
You know what I'm on about.
Yeah, it's a similar place to where you once stayed.
Yeah.
Just outside, basically spot on the point where you camped on your way up. Only now, instead of being under the shadow of the burning trees, it's almost a tomb-like field of black husk trees that almost look like they're going to blow away in the wind. They're so dry. The snow
It's snowing here.
The snow's
Yeah,
let up quite a bit, so it's not quite as bad. But yeah, there is a spattering of snow that kind of at least gives some lightness to the Withering Woods, as they are now colloquially being called. You guys set up camp? Yeah. Okay. We'll
Discord.
Discord.
we will, for brevity's sake, this area is free of evil spirits, goblins, thanks to your efforts. So you pitch up camp, and everything goes a-okay. Nice.
Yeah,
Are we taking it in turns?
I'm willing to just pass the whole night, unless you
I was
guys
gonna
have something specific you want to do.
I do. I'm
Yep.
sending you a message.
Ooh.
No, what?
ASL. What does that mean?
Why is he, you know?
ASL. oh my god! I haven't said bloody hell. MSN days there.
Question answered. Okay, so
Does not matter then.
Yeah.
We will sleep through.
yeah. So you guys have a nice long rest yet again, and in the morning the snow has stopped. It's a little bit, you're almost getting that warmth, where if you're in direct sunlight and you stand still, you're getting some warmth. But if you move slightly, it's fucking freezing for some reason because the air's so cold. Yeah. So it's that kind of sweaty cold weather.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's my life. That just sounds my life.
Before you, the Withering Woods, and you begin your journey northwards. It's up to you guys. Do you want to do anything while you're travelling through the coastal road through the Withering Woods? It's mainly a very monotonous area now of dead trees. There are now a few birds flying around. There's a little bit of life come back to it from what you can recognise compared to last time where it was dead silence on your way down.
The only person I can think of who would be here is that chap on the step.
Yeah.
Look at the step.
Oh, the point. Yeah.
The Needle's Point.
Needle's point, that's it. Yeah, needles.
Can I, as we're walking through, can I take a look around? I mean, it sounds like animals are returning, so maybe there's some sproutlings.
Would you do a nature check for me?
Yeah.
I've just noticed, like, this has been a very long social session and not many rolls have been made.
Can I have
That's
a
when
nat 20, please?
So,
There you go. That's the roll you needed.
Ash gets off the horse just during a slight respite and walks into what used to probably be brambles or bushels, which is now just withered and curled away. And closing her eyes, you can hear the fluttering of birds kneeling down to the ground and taking a whiff. Just on the breeze, you smell something wet and furry. Something's been in a pool or in the water somewhere, washing or cleaning. And as you think about that, the idea that there are things running around in here, worried that they'll not have much in the way of food, you look down at your hand and just wiping away a layer of ash, decayed tree. Beneath it you see some small green sprouts. Tiny, just pushing through and trying hard as they might to just live here. Life is indeed just beginning to return to the nesting woods. But it's going to be a long recovery.
I smile, a little tear in my eye, and I lean down, and using Druidcraft, I just blow onto them to help them nurture them.
As you do that, some of the sprouts grow even longer. One of them even blossoms into a violet, and you see it spread just a little bit, and then kind of calm down again. Okay.
That should help a little bit.
Returning to the horse, you can't help but feel a little hopeful for the woods, the ancient woods.
Did we see any of that? Like,
no, she kind of headed off. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Sorry to keep you waiting.
It's all right. What did you need to do? Were you just checking for something, or?
I could hear No, it's fine. I could hear a little bit of life in the forest, and sure enough, I found some tiny sproutlings. I thought I'd help them along a little bit. There's a little patch of green over there now.
That's nice. Guess this place means a little bit to you, seeing as we've had a little bit of a history. All three of us
We've had
here.
a few encounters in here now, and I feel heavily responsible for what happened to the previous guardian, and very, very attached to the new one, and I want to help it along as much as I can.
That's nice.
I'm not going to talk about what I just did in the woods, huh?
You buried it at least.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm not an animal.
Deception check. I need to insight on that.
Insight check.
Insight check to see if he did cover the poo. Where is it?
Fuck's sake. Nat 20. Hans.
Hans is military, always covers the poo.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, wow, okay. I mean, I'm happy with that. Nat 20.
I feel like
Nat 20s in a row. Like.
I feel like if I'm ever going to do a trailer for this, I have to have a clip where it defines your characters. Hans is just going to be, Hans is military, he always covers the poo. Okay, so you guys clamber back on your horse and head on through the woods. You'll travel through the woods. You just get towards the other end of the woods and nighttime begins to fall again. This is part of the woods that you guys actually haven't seen before. You never exited this way. And before you see the fields, and off in the distance, the grey fields of Ilmark, imposingly etched into the mountainside.
Hey, would we have come out from the stave?
You came up from the stave, just around that.
We basically galloped through the stave on horseback.
That
you
was
guys
sick.
pegged
yeah.
it. You pegged it to Ilmark's like in one run because you were being
Yeah,
chased.
yeah, we actually like
Yeah.
ran for it because we were
So-
being watched.
We'll say here.
Uncovered a murder, and then we
And
were like,
chased.
we need to go.
Yeah, we were being chased as well.
So we'll say you guys make camp here for the night.
yeah.
It goes swimmingly. We're just speeding up the the process a little bit. Goes well. There's no problems at all. Everything's good. Off in the distance, you see a few hammer horns kind of encroaching a little bit. But you know what? It's okay. You guys pack up and you head northwards. It's about 3 p.m. when you come across the familiar stench and sight of Ilmark. The labyrinthine grave fields etched into the mountainside. You see the large symbol of Kelinford, the scales. Can I have a perception check from you, Hans?
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
Looking at Ilmark, it takes you a second, but something seems off. Everything seems in order, and then you realise the scales themselves, as etched into the stone as they are, seem to have tipped slightly in one direction since last time you were here. You see none
And
of
they're
those.
etched into the stone. So
Yeah,
they're
they're like etched into the stone, but yeah, they have seemingly tipped somehow, which strikes you as obviously quite peculiar. There are no more of those kind of strange, sickly green flames you saw briefly, but it is daytime, so who knows. Ahead of you see the cast iron gates kind of gnarly lean forwards over the moat of slimy, decayed, stagnant water that surrounds Ilmark, and the stone bridge that you guys once crossed to enter it. And you guys are passing that now. And ahead, off in the distance, you see the town of Foxweaven. Again, revisiting old friends as you approach Foxweaven in the evening of that day. So, you can see some of the old barricades that Burke put up are still kind of in the fields. Some of them actually have corpses of the zombie horde that attacked Foxweaven still impaled, and you do see quite a substantial amount of bodies decayed, and there is a stench to it in the fields just south of Foxweaven. They're kind of becoming a bit marsh-like with the decomposition and what had taken place there. But eventually you come to Foxweaven proper. Seems to be quite lively. There's people walking around.
Nice.
There's horses being towed. There's that woman that's always there with the two milk two milk buckets on a stick. Yeah, every time I describe a town, it's just
Always the woman.
it's like
There's
the
always
image
the
that comes
woman.
to my mind.
It's the same woman.
It's the same woman.
There's someone sticking a pitchfork in a pile of hay as well.
There is, yeah.
Little do we know that woman is the adamantine wizard, just like following us
Oh,
everywhere we
yeah.
go,
You know
just
it.
like in disguise.
Yeah, you guys come to Foxweaver.
Nice.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Well, we've got,
Foxweaven, as a quick reminder of what it looks like, there's a river that runs through the centre of it, or a stream, and there is a large old fort. Fort Foxweaven stands. Yeah, that's where Burke was held up. There it is, a walled fort, and it stands on a hill that overlooks the town. There's a small wooded area to the right of that you know is a druid forest, where Mahogany, the circle of the half moon druid lives. And to the bottom, to the south, of the city, that's where you find most of your shops, your inns, and some residential. And then there's two bridges that cross either side of that fort. And to the north, that's where you find some other shops. There's the old gallows, the old the old town centre that some moved a long time ago. couple of inns there, places of business, legislators, couple of like breweries, just small, tiny places. Yeah, you guys remember. But welcome back to Folksweaving. There are a lot of people walking around. There are a lot of people walking around.
A lot more than we used to see.
Yeah, of course, the imposing Temple of Kelinford, one of the largest structures.
Do we see any Sisters of Kelinford anywhere?
Not just riding into town. You haven't seen any walking around, but yeah, there's a good few. There's a good few people about, and every now and then you hear people snapping at each other and arguing, and you get a sense that something's a little bit off.
I imagine tensions are high now that the proper residents are out and about again. A lot of people who moved here aren't so welcome anymore.
I bet Uriel's got his hands full trying to sort that out.
Yes, because of course they paid for their property here, not knowing it belonged to somebody else. I imagine that's probably a very complicated situation for him.
Yeah, very true.
Where do you guys want to head to first?
Do you mind if we head to the temple?
I don't mind at all.
Honestly, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, so heading to the west of town. I've never eat shredded wheat. To the west of the town, the large kind of grey stone, very kind of smack dam in the center in town. Quite an imposing kind of tall building, a triangular, with like a imposing kind of archway and a symbol of Kelinford, the scales over the doorway.
Do they look all right?
Yeah, they're perfectly balanced as usual. So yeah.
As we're riding in, Zeit is going to make his ring invisible.
Okay. Yep. So the ring on his finger just disappears. Okay. The large, dark wood doors, the Temple of Kelinford, are opened before you, and inside you see a good few people. They're doing their thing. They're praying, as you imagine you will. Sorry, I'm just fucking things acting up. Technical issue. You managed to enter the temple itself, the altar. You see the pews are now neatly put in place. There are a good few people praying to the god of passage, the god of death, Kelinford. At the front, at an altar, not doing a sermon or anything, you see a large half-orc dressed in plate mail with a large, even larger greatsword attached to her back, who you know as Haven, who seems to be talking to someone about something. She's not the best when it comes to priestesses in the conversational aspect of the role, but you can see she's trying. She looks up and she sees you all. You see kind of a face drop a little bit, with a look of recognition, and she excuses herself and walks towards you.
Greetings.
Welcome back.
Thank you. How are you?
Well enough. What brings you here?
Well, we were successful in our duty down south, and we're heading back up to tie up a few loose ends, and I have some business in the Crystal Woods.
Very well. The vessels, the vast majority of them returned. The souls returned.
Not all of them.
We have about 15 vessels still in the catacombs, and their souls were destroyed before they could return. Still living, still breathing, just empty vessels.
What will become?
We're debating that at the moment. Sister Moore says they should be treated as any body is, as a body is just a vessel for the soul. Whereas others believe that a beating heart means life. And, well, there's a bit of a debate going on between Sister Morse and the priest who actually resides here in this temple.
Who's for which side? What's the...
Sister
the
Moss
toss-up,
believes
essentially?
they should be
Agreed.
buried, well, killed then buried, but the idea that they're being killed in the first place, it's a moralistic quandary, really.
I would like to talk to you privately about a matter that I could use some help regarding these vessels. If
Me, or would you prefer to talk to Sister Moss?
Sister Morse, I mean, either would be
I'll let her
fine.
know you're here, and you'll probably see through.
Aside, I'm a representative of this order. Are you sure you don't want me to be involved?
It's. Would you excuse us? And I pull Ash and hands a bit further away, just to kind of.
Haven kind of walks off towards that room that you know that Sister Moss resides in. But yeah, you guys find yourself a quiet area in the temple. Your voices do echo a little bit, but you know,
Kind of
careful.
silence.
Kind of silence.
I have been keeping a few things secret for a while, since the void.
Not
fiasco.
another appendage, is it?
No, it's something different.
Okay.
And I know you're not going to be happy, Ash. And it's something to do with repaying a favor.
More
When-
secrets then.
That's why I'm trying to tell you now. I'm
So
done
just give him the benefit of the doubt.
with hiding. Done with hiding secrets. And
More like it.
if oh shit. When I was in the void, as you both know, Yer helped me. And without Yer, I wouldn't have been able to leave. That's just a fact. And I know you both did your part and you helped me from the outside, but when I was there, he helped me. And I promised to help Yer and get him out of the void, like he did with me.
Okay.
And one of the proposed methods was to transfer his mind or soul, essentially, into another thing. Hearing that there's 15 bodies without a soul, without a mind, essentially, that could potentially be killed and, you know, hate to use the phrase wasted, I'd rather at least know one person could be saved and not 16 could be lost. I was going to propose I could, with the consent of them, obviously, because they are looking after them, that I could take one of them to Yer's tower to allow him to escape the void, like how he helped me. And I know this is a lot to ask. This is a crazy idea, and I don't even think it will actually work, but something tells me if I can take one of these vessels to Yer's tower and, you know, maybe I can help him out the way he did with me.
I think the sisters will see this as very sacrilegious.
I mean, but if they're willing to kill these people, you know, without, you know, they're not consenting to death. They can't consent to anything. If they're willing to kill them, then...
They are already
maybe...
dead.
Well, then, if they're already dead, I should be free to do whatever I want with the body. And if this could be a potential way to save someone else...
We'll just
then-
leave you alone in the room.
At the end of the day, I promised that I would get him out of the void.
Yer was a dangerous, dangerous wizard before he entered the void of magical dark energy that gives you tales. How do you know when he returns in some other vessel that he won't be even more dangerous?
I don't, but I at least have to repay my debt. Like I said, without him, I wouldn't be here. So, I promised.
Do you think he could be a threat?
While we were in the void, he was powerful indeed, but a lot happened while we were there, and I saw his strength dwindle. At first, he was this powerful opposing figure that, I was slightly afraid of, but as we traveled through, he seemed to weaken due to the stress.
Okay.
I believe that if he was to come back and inhabit one of these vessels, he would not be as great as he once was. So I don't think he would be a threat. But if he was, he'd probably be an easy target to take out, in all fairness. But I have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
As you
Like I
guys are
said.
talking, you hear a door slam open. Cacophonates down the temple, and you see Sister Morse.
Oh shit.
Zeit Oberor.
I just peer over, I'm guessing hands is then. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes,
In.
okay.
Oh shit! She know what you did.
I'm gonna walk with him as well.
Okay, walk in.
I'll walk behind the two of them.
Is there some kind of greeting or anything that I can give?
Not that you know of. You've not been officially been indoctrinated into it.
Ordained, yeah.
You were given the ritual which bound you to Kelinford, but yeah. Death be with you. Stab self in heart.
Do you know what? A bow will do, I imagine.
You see a elderly woman, very strict looking in large armor of Kelinford, kind of hooded robe around it. And you see 3 seats have been put down in the thing in a very similar fashion. You feel like you've been in this position before. I want all 3 of you sat now.
Okay.
Of course, I appreciate.
Haven the door. And you see she kind of 2 giant biceps crossed, blocking the door. She takes a seat at her desk.
High Priestess, good to see you again.
Hello.
Freeguard. Anything you wish to say before we begin? And I'm
Me?
looking at you, Zaid. Specifically. Oh, yes.
Like what?
We've had an investigation in the interim time since you left, and things aren't adding up down here. Now we've managed to trim a few possibilities, and it leaves us with one. You see, we believe that when you entered the catacombs,
Yeah, which I did.
you somehow took a vessel. One of them
Right.
is gone. One of them left. And the only people in the catacombs between the counts, between the washes that you know we slaved over, is Zeit and Ash.
You were very
Right.
mistaken, High Priestess.
No, it was us. We were down there because we traveled through the back door to escape during that hellish night.
Yes.
No, I agree. Yeah.
And in that time, a wood elf was killed. A very prominent-looking wood elf with ginger hair. He's gone.
Right.
And we know he was there before, and we know he was gone after, and nobody came into the keep during the Black Night. So you tell
You
me,
mean killed or he has disappeared?
he is gone.
Gone.
Well, there's no way that anyone's done that here. I can assure you of that.
I shall be casting a spell that will remove your ability to lie. You know the one.
Okay. Yeah.
Zone of truth.
I have nothing to hide.
Okay. Let me just get up the Zone of Truth because I've forgotten it. Her hands begin to glow in an ominous grey light, or white light, I suppose. Zone of Tome? I require...
Before you do this, were we not allies when last we met? Were we not fighting together against a common good and cause? What is...
Freeguard, you know the protection of these vessels is our highest priority.
I understand that, but...
And somehow, logic defies it. But I know the sisters would have done it. And nobody else was here. So I will take these precautions.
At all costs. That was our mantra. That was part of what we were doing.
See, I don't believe you know anything about it. I don't believe all three of you did it. I believe one of you did it.
Zeit?
Yes. Yes. I believe Zeit Oberor did something.
In all fairness, can I just say after this is done, I would like to discuss something about the vessels. Just want to point that out there before, after this has happened.
I need you guys to make a charisma saving throw. As a field of sparkling white light engulfs the area.
Do I need to?
Yeah, of course you do.
I don't think I do.
Of course you do.
I can't believe this. Is it charisma?
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw.
+6 to that. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
No, it should be okay.
I should
Should be okay.
Should be okay.
Should be okay.
Anyone who got under a 15 can no longer lie. Sight.
Thanks.
Hans Freeguard.
High Priestess.
To your knowledge, are you aware of any misconduct performed by Zeit Oberor in the catacombs that night?
I do not know
Does
of
anything stand out to you as suspicious?
This interrogation is very suspicious to me, High Priestess.
Zeit Oberor. Tell me what you did that night.
Well, as we were being escorted down, we were shown the way out the back to exit into the backyard, essentially, to hop over the wall to escape during that night. I did notice a few vessels near the door, so I moved them out the way because I was worried that the door wouldn't shut properly. After I moved them out the way, Ash and I then went through the tunnel. I believe we must have closed the door. I think we did. I'm pretty sure we closed it properly.
Ash Cottontail,
Yeah.
do you know of anything? Did you see anything suspicious that night?
Can't lie, I'm sorry. That night, as Zeit said, we were escorted down into the catacombs, and as we were moving vessels out of the way of the door in order to open it and get out, I did see Zeit touch one of the vessels, but nothing more than that.
Yeah, to move them out of the way. I was just worried that if we didn't close the door properly, which I'm pretty sure we did close the door, that something could happen to them. Which thankfully I did, because when we moved outside, stuff started coming out the ground, so I thought it'd be best to move them.
I was hoping it would be easier.
Are you sure you checked everywhere?
No. I mean, he wouldn't have walked away now, would he?
Yeah, but that catacomb is weird. Like, there's got to be something down there, right? Are you sure he's
Stop
just
your
not-
talking, you foul man. Something is amiss here. Something smells wrong. I don't have any evidence. I can't keep you. I can't enact justice. But I'm telling you, Freeguard, something is wrong here. I'm close. I can...
now that this has all been sorted for the time being, can I at least talk to you about the vessels? I heard that there was a little bit of a debate going on what you should do with the 15 that are left down there, seeing as they have no souls. They're just kind of still vessels. I know of a soul that needs a body, and I was hoping, with your permission, that we could have one of the vessels to give to this soul to come back to this plane again, as they are trapped somewhere.
Come with me. She gets up and opens the door.
Yeah, I go.
Yeah. You're free from the spell, by the way. Anyone's affected by it now, you're out the zone. And you're headed down into the catacombs, where you can see some of the sisters doing their duties, making sure the vessels are maintained. Nowhere near as full. It's not got that strange smell anymore, apart from just must and old dirt. But you do see there, dressed in white, 15 people stood, breathing, hearts beating, but there's just nothing in there. The eyes are open. They blink every now and then, but there's nothing there. The vessels. You see a thin, tall man, human. He has a bald spot along his whole head, but quite long, thin black hair, which heads down.
Perfect.
This is Priest Hiamaru.
Oh.
He owns the temple. He's the head of this temple.
Okay.
We are in the middle of a debate. I believe these are dead bodies and should be treated as such. Himaru believes... I believe there's a chance that these may be restored. They live and they breathe. These are sacred bodies, held to hold a sacred soul. And it's our duty to restore that soul, if possible. And we shouldn't rest until we've bloody gone through every single avenue to make sure that they truly are lost. And I don't think we've done that yet.
I believe they are. When we fought the Ustrina...
Who are you? Who's this man?
I'm Zeit. I'm the one, and, one of the party that took on the Ustrina Macarbe, which were the ones to steal the souls from these vessels in the first place. I believe that some of the souls would have been lost due to what Ustrina would do to them.
What would he do?
Sell them, I believe. He used to steal them, and when we were there, he had, I want to say demons watching.
Priest, I am a paladin of Kelinford.
Kelinford be with you?
I'm with you. I can attest to what my friend here is saying. What we believe is that they have been used as a fuel.
I don't believe that they were sold. I believed they were consumed.
They were burned.
And burned away in order to power the ghost that haunted these lands.
What unholy magic.
That's a very good example, thank you. I needed that.
And therefore, the High Priestess is right in what she's saying, would be my view, that the souls are lost, the bodies are no more than empty bodies at this point, and it would be a kindness to let them die. A permanent death.
Moss steps in. We shall give them a proper burial, but Himaru, our goal, our job, as follows of Kelinford, is to guide the spirit to the next life, and to help those that remain. But dealing with the body, as grim as it is, and as it helps those who have lost someone, is inconsequential to the soul itself, which is our true thing we're supposed to protect. And surely you know this. I just can't help but feel that there is hope for these people.
I have hope for one soul. You said that you protect the soul at all costs.
Of course.
The vessel is of not importance. There is one soul that I know needs help, for they have helped me. And I would ask of you two, of a vessel, to give this soul so that they can come back to this realm.
You wish for a
They are not
spirit to
dead.
possess a body?
For a human to come back, yes.
This is
For
preposterous.
they have lost their vessel, but their soul still remains trapped in the void.
Moss chimes in. As much as I don't like the little man, as much as I don't like him, I agree with him on this matter, but I believe there is someone here who can make this decision. Hans Freeguard, you know this man? You put your trust in him. Here we have something for you to decide as your first paladinistic decision. Do we allow a foreign soul to be saved, but to the sacrifice of another's body? Or do we put these bodies to rest and let the whole matter be done with? What do you think?
Well, the burden of decision weighs heavy on my mind here. It's not what I signed up for, really, but...
It's exactly what you signed up for. There was a
I
ritual
know.
and everything.
I know that. I don't think it's as simple as do we, don't we? I think the soul that we are discussing here is a variable. We should consider the fact that what we're talking about is a wizard who sought, above all, a dark power, a forbidden power, and that should play into the logic here.
That was definitely left out of discussion.
Can I weigh in more to the discussion then, if this is something that you are troubled with, Hans?
Yes.
If you think about it, him helping me helped us take care of the Ustrina Macarbe.
You're saying there's a debt owed. That all the souls that
little.
have been restored owe it to this one potentially twisted and corrupt soul.
I don't believe he's twisted or corrupt anymore. If he was, he wouldn't have saved my life. He wouldn't have helped me escape the prison that we were in.
Why? Why wouldn't he? You are his ticket out of there.
He didn't know that. I was a hope, but...
If we let him return.
If we let him return, Hans, and he is a danger, I will take care of it personally. And I promise you this. I won't stop until he's gone.
Say? Promise that you'll banish him again if he does turn on you.
I promise you my life that I will.
Ash, do you have any thoughts?
It's not my decision to make. The only thing I can say is that...
Himaru just absolutely cuts you off. It's like, a follower of the old ways has nothing to say on this situation.
That follower of the old ways has more bearing on my life and on my decisions than any of you people ever will. So silence from you, priest. I'm making an important decision here, and I will take counsel from whomever I see fit.
That was pretty
Make
fit.
an intimidation check for me.
I saw one then and freaked out.
You see a flare of anger in his eyes, but he just back down.
Ash, you were saying?
From what I was told about the souls and what Ustrina did to those souls, I do think there's not much possibility in them being restored.
And what about Yer? You think he should be returned?
I want to put my trust in Zeit,
As do I.
but I also have this odd feeling that Zite, I have this odd feeling that you're being used as some kind of tool. And you just don't know it yet.
And if I am, then I'll fix the problem.
Sister Moore says, is the saving of this person why you took the vessel from here while you were here?
I didn't take any vessel from here. I told you this.
You tried.
I've already told you in the office. I moved some out the way to get out, but alright.
It doesn't sit well with me, but I think we have our decider. You know these people more than I do. You can make this decision yourself. You know the ways of Kelinford. You know where our priorities lie now.
Zayt, you said this was one of the solutions. Was it the best one?
It was the most ethical solution.
Oh,
that
God,
sounds
what
grim.
was the other one?
I mean, in all fairness, I will admit this opportunity did fall in my lap. But I guess there would have to have been other ways to bring him back, but it was ways I did not want to do. All I was told is that if I brought a vessel, or a person, or someone, they could come back. And seeing as these vessels don't have a soul anymore, why waste it? And we can save another. If that is part of what Kelinford is to protect the souls, then why are we arguing over, should we protect this one soul? Because this soul in the end...
Soul. This is not the soul of some farmer.
This is a soul of someone who saved my life while we were in the void.
I understand.
They also allowed us to escape the void as well, if you remember. Thanks to them, we all made it out.
I was just about to point that out. He did incant the spell that allowed us to leave. Also, I know my tribe's ways aren't wholly looked upon with good regard in current company. But we believe that once the soul is gone, that's death. And that's just a normal part of the cycle.
How will we choose which of the 15?
That one up to
I
you.
would like to leave that to you, Hans. What do you think?
I would like to weigh in personally here for you, Hans, just to make it a little easier.
Go ahead.
I would personally suggest we pick one of the older vessels, because if somehow the vessels do get their souls back, at least it would be the younger ones who had a whole life to live would get theirs back.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Not really, it's just in case. I was only seeing both sides. If you really want to argue it, we can, but this was just a way to make it fair. Plus, I didn't speak to you.
I have no part of this, and he walks off into the catacombs.
Bye.
I've made my decision.
Well?
I've not.
How about this, Hans? Before you make the decision, whatever you decide is fine. It's not a dig at me, and I understand that. I trust whatever you decide was the intentions, good intentions. I'll still follow you wherever you go, and I hope you still follow me wherever I go. I'll still have your back, whatever we decide.
Okay. High Priestess, we go somewhere private from them.
Oh shit.
Very well. Let's head up. Yeah, and you head back up. Okay, you guys mute.
Yep.
And well,
I believe we should destroy the bodies, but I'm inclined to give my comrade the benefit of the doubt here. So we should spare one.
If that's your decision, I'll support it, but I will warn you that a man shouldn't be trusted too much. There's a darkness around him.
I know. But he is responsible for saving many, many, many lives. And I don't think he necessarily did it for the personal gains that came with the contract. I think he did it because it was the right thing to do on some level.
Very well. If this character that is being saved, this dangerous person, becomes a problem, you are duty-bound to deal with it.
I understand.
It's your job to protect this realm and its people from threats outside of it.
I understand. But
Playing
he
it
is off realm.
You're playing it fast and loose, and I want to see your decision. I want to see you be right, more than anything. I want to know I have made the right decision in offering you clerisy here, so...
I need to be able to trust those I am with. If I can't do that, I can't be effective in any of my other duties.
You're either making a correct decision or you'll be learning a valuable lesson. I don't think the end of the world's going to come about from it. I know that the Sisters of Kelinford will support you on the hunt for this madman, should it come to that. We are part of this after all. So make your decision, choose your vessel, and be done with it. Put it behind us.
Can I have the list of vessels?
Yes. Well, we have 5 men, 5 women, 3 children. God. None of which are people of power or state or stature. Most of them... 2 of them were husband and wife. We have an orc female, a wood elf female, a male dwarf. You have to go and see them, make your decision. I think what it would be best...
without family?
Yes. The dwarf, 2 of the men, the wood elf, the orc, and the 2 young women have no family. The children, unfortunately, do have parents that have survived the incident. It would be particularly cruel to choose them.
The dwarf.
Very well. They
Wait,
follow...
no. Tell me more of the men, their age.
Both are quite young. One of them was a lumberjack, very strong. One of them, I'm not too sure who he was. No one's come to claim him. Very handsome, dashing young fellow. He was dressed in fairly neat clothing, but other than that, we don't know these people. Some of them might have just been passing through town. There's a chance they do have families, they're just not here.
The lumberjack.
Very well. They'll follow your guidance should you take their hand. They'll walk with you anywhere you lead them. Just get it
Very
done.
well. I will report back whatever happens.
Very well. Good luck.
Thank you.
Kellen will forgive us for this one. Okay, we'll go back to the peeps.
We should wave at them, don't we?
There you go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back. Hans and Sister Moss come back down the stairs.
That priest's deal, right? Like, he just seems a bit of an ass. I understand his ways, but wow.
Well,
It's toying with difficult decisions. I'm sure you can respect that.
Very true.
I've decided to give you the benefit of the doubt on this one.
Thank you.
So yeah, kind of there's a very the few sisters that are here kind of give each other looks like this is a decision that none of them could have made, and they seem to not really know how to feel about it. They just know that this is a big decision, a serious decision, something that might have lasting consequences. So
is this something I kind of notice?
yeah.
I think we can all feel
There's a lot of
the
tension
eyes.
in the air.
So, Zeit, we will do this. It is a decision that I have made, and I will be responsible for its outcome.
Whatever the outcome is, then I will stand by your side and face it together.
Good.
Sister Moss heads down the line of vessels, stopping at a gentleman who is about 6'3", black hair in kind of a mullet and a black beard, quite short. He looks to be about mid-30s. Quite an imposing figure, broad-shouldered, quite muscular. And she just looks at your hands and... This is the one. Are you sure about this?
Yep.
Okay. Take him by the hand and lead him away. Get this foul business over with. I don't want you freaking out people, so head out the back and straight out of town. If you're dealing with this now, if you wish to come back later and take him when you're actually on your way, he'll be here. I'll try and talk Himaru down. Tough decision, Hans. Don't regret it. She gives you a look, Sight.
I know. Before you go, I know you don't like me. That's clearly evident, but my offer still stands that if you ever do need assistance, then you can always call on the Golden Rose Agency. I will come and help. We all will.
I don't like you, no, but I do appreciate what you've done. And I can see the artistry in your work, so... I respect what you can do and what you have done, but I just don't like you. I think you're keeping secrets, and I don't like people who keep secrets. You will be taking him now?
Too. I believe we have some business left in Folksweaven, unless you both are fine with going now. I know you both said Costawan's probably not going to be wanting to talk to us anytime soon.
We will come by in the morning, tomorrow.
Very well. Okay. And she heads further into the catacombs. So Haven kind of gestures to the door.
I think it's time to leave.
I think so. Hans, I know it wasn't easy, but thank you for trusting me at least.
Well, I will see what happens.
You guys
We all will.
kind of walked out of the temple, not forcefully, there's no kind of, you're not being pushed out or anything, but
No, but the eyes are definitely a sign that we've outstayed our welcome.
there's definitely got to be some murmurings going on. Haven opens the door to the to Folksweaven and just whispers in your ear, Hans, as you exit. I hope you know what you're doing, Paladin.
Me too.
Good luck.
And you.
Closes the door behind you. So,
I think it's probably.
okay. No, go for it.
I think it's safe to say that we're probably going to encounter some difficult decisions as we both all journey together. You are both free to leave at any point if I make a decision or do something that I can't explain or isn't any good intention.
Can you tell me one thing?
Certainly.
The accusations being made against you. Was there anything to that?
Would that change things?
I would want to know.
Let's find a place to talk. Like I said to Ash, I don't want any more lies. So I
Okay.
should at least start saying the things that I've kept from you. To both of you.
Very well.
And that's where we'll end today's session.
Oh, we're about to get down and dirty with the accusations.
It's juicy.
Yeah, good game, guys.
GG.
You guys, look forward upon Folksweaven in midst of its restoration from Ustrina flame, soulless people coming back to life, and undead hordes attacking a town. This place is it's a bit chaotic at the moment. So we'll pick up here. Plenty to do in town if you wish to. Plenty of people to speak to. And who knows, you might make some new friends along the way. So we will see. Thank you for watching. Those who are watching, those watching at home.
For those of you watching at home.
For those of us watching live, if you ever want to catch up on the stuff we've been doing in the past year, the YouTube channel has all previous sessions just in a playlist for you to watch, and I add them pretty much the day after they go live here. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks. Thumbs up. Do they have thumbs on YouTube? I don't know. Yeah, just some quick plugs before we go. You can catch Zeit or Dan and me, the DM or Dan, on our channel, Double Dan TV, which is on Twitch. You can find us there. You can find me here on this channel playing games every now and then. You can find Dan on his channel, FBDC. Is it Productions or Gaming on Twitch now?
Gaming on Twitch,
Gaming on
FBDC on YouTube, yeah.
You can find Ash on her Twitter channel, Evie Chan. She does lots of illustrations and art. And my brother, Andrew, down there, he's kind of like an internet hermit, so
I'll be like in the pub. The local
he'll be in a pub, so you can find him in the pub.
You find it.
Find him in the
If you
pub.
live locally.
It's all good.
So thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in 2 weeks. So we're doing this every other week.
Yes.
And next session we should be having a new player join. Depending on character creation, we're still going through character creation, all the exciting stuff. So if it is a natural fit for them to join next session, they will. If not, some other point in the future. But look forward to it. So cool. Lots of more role playing to be done next session, it seems. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Ah.
Bye.
Bye.